Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Hi, everybody. Welcome as we get set for football on this Saturday afternoon. What a matchup. You've got the 5th-ranked Snow College Badgers coming in with a 3-1 mark, taking on your 13th-ranked Georgia Military College Bulldogs, winners of 2 in a row, knocking off 9th-ranked Lackawanna last week, defeating unbeaten Monroe. And the Bulldogs now 3-2 on the season. Bulldogs and Badgers, we are right at 12 minutes away from kickoff. Between now and then, a conversation with head coach Rob Manchester of GMC. Time for another pregame conversation with Rob Manchester, head coach of Georgia Military. Coach, again, we are nearly 6 games into the year. How you doing?
We're doing great. Season's almost halfway done, a little bit over, and looking forward to the challenge this weekend with a really good snow team coming to town.
Got the number 5 ranked team in the country, but let's go back and talk about an unbeaten Monroe until they met Georgia Military last Saturday. You got to be happy. I don't think you were necessarily happy with the start. Monroe jumps out in the 9-zip lead, but man, your defense holds them to something like 14 yards on the ground. Very impressive performance. Looking at the overall picture, you've got to be happy with the win.
Extremely happy. In reality, I mean, it should have been 22-3. We got down in the red zone a couple more times and couldn't quite convert. So I think it could have been, maybe worse than the 22 to 22-19 or 16, whatever it was. But to only give up 3 points on defense, actually they only had 2 yards rushing, had about 165 yards passing. They gave up 2 big passes, which we're continuing to work on that. The biggest thing that kept them in the game, was you got to give them credit. Coach Pulley's done a really good job up there. They were physical. They got some really good, really good looking young men. They played hard. They played really physical. But at the end of the day, we gave up 2 punt returns for touchdowns. So a lot of times when that happens, you lose the game. But we were fortunate enough to play well on defense, played really well. And we got some points on the board. Wish we could have gotten some more, but it was a big win for us.
You mentioned the 2 punt returns for a touchdown. Same guy, Myson Pollard, returns both in the range of about 60. Can you kind of go back to Saturday and tell us what happened on those 2 returns? Was there something in particular that set him free for the TD?
Terrible coverage. Young men not doing what they're supposed to be doing, unfortunately. And then the kick didn't go to where it needed to go both times. They kind of in the middle of the field. We try to cut the field off and try to keep it inside one of the hashes towards the boundary. And, we didn't cover well. So we're working on that, obviously, this week. I think we'll be fine. So, we'll go from there.
Jamarian Walker, another big day, 153 1 week ago, 120 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns this week. He is certainly coming in of his own over the course of the last couple of games.
Well, and the speed's deceptive. I think it's the second week now he's rushed over a touchdown over 50 yards. I think it was 53 mean, he's just such a workhorse, and his speed is deceptive. I think when he can get loose, I mean, he outran a lot of people last week as well. And them and Lackawanna both had guys that could run. And man, he's just such a workhorse. He's a bruiser. I think that's what the kids are calling him now. But I mean, really glad he's on our team. He's a heck of a running back.
Passing yardage wise, right about 30, 35, 40 yards passing. Is that of concern to you, or are you confident that if you needed to rely on the passing game, you could?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you give what the defense gives you. I think sometimes, we're not making maybe executing well enough in the passing game. We did have some passes out there on the perimeter that we obviously thought would break, but you got to give Monroe credit. They really defended well on the perimeter, so we didn't get those plays to break for some longer yardage. Not necessarily worried about it. You get back there and you drop back. We got to hit the guys that we're supposed to be hitting. So now I know Coach Reddy and them are coaching those quarterbacks really well, and I think we'll be okay.
Coming up on Saturday, it is Snow, ranked number 5 in the country, 1 loss on the year. And of course, their back's against the wall, because if you lose another, the chances are they have struggles of getting into the top 4. So they've got something to play for. Obviously, Georgia Military, something to prove too, taking on the 5-ranked team, and certainly had a chance against Iowa Western and Tyler, those 2 losses. So this is a big ball game for both teams. What kind of game do we look for?
I think it's going to be a slobber knocker. They're big, they're physical, typical Snow team. They're always going to play hard. They want to run the ball. They got some big receivers on the edge. Always, I think it's going to be a battle. They got to come here to our backyard. We got to believe. We got to go out there and play extremely hard and play well from an X's and O's standpoint. Got to eliminate turnovers, get turnovers, and eliminate big plays. And hopefully we can connect on some big plays as well. But it's going to be, I think, a great game. They're the number 5 team in the country. That's why I scheduled the type of schedule that we put in place each year. More importantly, gives you a chance to hopefully get at the top 4 at the end of the year. I mean, we're taking a week by week mindset, obviously, but at the end of the day, young men come here to junior college to play really, really good opponents and to get film so they can go on and live their dreams of playing at the next level. If you're playing teams that you're blowing out each week, that's not helping them. So this puts them on a big stage. It's a top 15 matchup. And I feel confident we can go out and get a win. It's not going to be easy. Coach Erickson and them do a great job out there, but we're really looking forward to the challenge.
It is not an August or an early September ball game where the temperatures are in the mid to upper 90s, but it's still warmer here than it is in Utah. Does that play any significant role?
I don't know. They went out and played Trinity Valley there the first game of the year, when it was really, really hot for everybody across the country. Obviously, it looks like they did well. I mean, I'm hoping. It looks like it's going to be in the low 80s, hopefully sunshine, and maybe that'll play a little bit of a factor. I think it may have a little bit last week as well. It affected us last year when we went out into that altitude. Hopefully, it hasn't been as hot out there as it has been here. Maybe that'll play a factor, but I would expect that Coach Erickson's team, they're going to be in really good shape, and it probably won't pose that much of a problem for them. It'd be great if it does, maybe a little bit of a home field advantage, but we'll see.
Got a quarterback at Snow who sat out last year because of an injury, got hurt in the first game this year, but it wasn't an injury that kept him out of any other game. He sat out in the second half of their first game and then was able to play the rest of the season. When you're preparing for a team like Snow, are you focused in on guys like the quarterback and their role that they play, or is it more of an overall scheme?
I think it's more of an overall scheme with them. I was trying to find their roster. I know he's number 1. He's a big young man. The backup quarterback played up against us last year and was really a good quarterback. Right now, it looks like they had another young man come in a little bit versus Trinity Valley, but number one has been taking all the snaps for him. Looks like actually this past week he played without a knee brace against who they play. Boy, it's been a long week already, but against Dodge City, which Dodge City got after him really well. But man, the guy's a bigger young man. I think he's from California. He's got a really good arm on him. Doesn't look like they really want to run him as much because he's coming off of knee surgery from last year, but he's 100% on that. And then I think he hurt his shoulder against Trinity Valley. So, it looks like he's a bit more of a pocket guy. Their backup guy comes in and against Trinity Valley and looks like he played pretty well. He's a good quarterback. We got to be ready.
You're back into you were in the top 15 last week, but you move up a couple of notches to 13. And I know every week we talk about polls. It's not that relevant. But, we guys in the media and the fans always like to talk about those rankings. I still like the options if Georgia Military continues to win. I think it is possible this year with a parity in junior college football that a 2-loss team gets into the top 4. If you've got any aspirations, and obviously you do, for the national championship and the top 4 spots, this game is a must-win.
Oh, it is a must-win. If you want to look at the grand scheme of things, if you want to try to be there at the end of the year, every week's a must-win. It's kind of like we've been telling the guys this week. I don't really think anybody's given us a chance to beat them. But if you want to make some noise in the NJCAA world, you got to go win this weekend. I think our ranking right now is due to our strength of schedule. I really think that we do have schools out there that respect us. I think the last 2 wins were good signature wins for us, beating the number 9 team and then an undefeated Monroe team. They were receiving votes, so they would have maybe been in the top 20 if we had a top 20. But if we want to, if we want to make any noise or help ourselves out for that cause at the end of the year, we got to win this weekend against the top 5 team in Snow.
How is the health of the Bulldogs? Everybody are ready to go health-wise?
Yeah, we're good. We're good right now. A little bit of some, bumps and bruises, but they're in the training room getting better with that. We're still having physical practices during the week, which I think we need to have in order to get ourselves ready to play. I thought it was a good day yesterday, and like I said earlier, we need to stack days and keep preparing well and go out there and see what happens.
Coach, looking forward to an upset win over Snow, the 5th-ranked team in the country. As a matter of fact, kickoff in just a few minutes away now. Good luck, and we'll talk after the game.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Rob Manchester, the head coach of Georgia Military College, thanks so much for the pregame conversation as we get ready to get football underway from Davenport Field on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon
in Milledgeville, Georgia.
Couple of ranked teams, 5th-ranked Badgers and your 13th-ranked Georgia Military College Bulldogs. Opening coin toss won by Georgia Military. They have opted to defer. They want the football to begin the second half, and they want it second in the first half. And with a boot to the 1-yard line, the ball game is underway. Stacked up right about the 17-yard line.
Return stop right about the 15-yard line. That's where
Snow is Shandon King, and that is where Snow takes over first down and 10, and the Bulldogs will take to the field defensively. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring the coverage. Always like to issue the warning. I'm a one-man band, camera, play-by-play, graphics, little scorekeeping. Tech guy, ooh, that's scary. Me being a tech guy is very concerning. So when there's a bump along the way, when a sour note's hit, yep, it's me. Just want to get the disclaimer out of the way as we get football in progress on your Saturday afternoon. Not much there up the middle. Opting for a running play immediately, despite the fact they've got a quarterback that has thrown for better than 750 yards.
On that first hit.
And just not a whole lot of yardage up the middle. As a matter of fact, how about a loss of a yard? It'll bring up a second down and
tackle,
11.
for those listening in the stands.
Snow's only loss opening the season with that loss to Trinity Valley. Meanwhile, Georgia Military on that little 2-game stretch that saw them face Iowa Western, the current number 2 ranked team, and Tyler, which is a top 10 team as well. Smith the pass. Fires over the middle, incomplete.
Pass ball's incomplete. Intended for number 14 from Snow College, Jared Wilson. Will bring up
Jared Wilson with the incompletion brings up a 3rd down and long. Well, we've learned already, just 5 games into the season, this being the 6th, that early starts don't necessarily have a bearing on what the outcome of the game is, but Bulldogs sure would like a 3-and-out to start things here and get it cranked off on a worthy note. A.J. Tillman, leading ball carrier for this Badger squad in the backfield, 229 yards rushing for Tillman on a 3rd down and 11. It is flipped out to Tillman. He's got the first. Well, when you're looking at an Achilles heel for Georgia Military, not just this season, but in seasons gone by, it is a 3rd and long, and on a 3rd and 11, they pick up the first out to the 34. Again, Smith the pass. It is caught, but met immediately at the 39-yard line.
There by number 3, Dante Brown.
Brown on the stop.
2nd down for Snow College.
And going to bring up a 2nd down and relatively long. We'll call it a 2nd and 7. Football at the 38. Snow College, after that loss to Trinity Valley, ripping off 3 wins in a row. Pass is caught and hammered out of bounds. Maybe just inside Bulldog territory is Jared Wilson, but there is a flag, and that could possibly be a late hit. The reason I say such is it's in the vicinity where the hit took place. It did happen right near the sidelines. I was thinking he was inbounds when popped, but let's see what the officials say and what the infraction will be. And his holding and his charge to the Badgers.
That is a hold on Snow College, having a little mic difficulty there.
So a replay of second down and 6. Football at the 43. Penalty yardage would be marked off from the point of infraction. So it was about the roughly 48. And in essence, just a replay
Quick run inside,
of 2nd down.
By the interior of that GMC defensive line.
Not much for Tillman.
That'll bring up 3rd down for Snow College.
And it brings up another 3rd down, not quite as long as the previous 3rd and 11, then 3rd and 7 now. And let's see if the Bulldog defense has made the adjustments to stop the Badgers on a 3rd down. Opening drive of the football game, 2.5 in. Handoff given to Tillman, and Tillman will be stopped at the 45-yard line.
Tackle, as he appears to be just a little
and he is going to be close to a first. Let's see if he's
Now,
got it. He does.
Still a tackle by number 42, Jonathan Wiley of our core cadets.
Needed 7, got 7 and an inch.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
And the drive continues. Started at the 17, now at the 44. Where it is 1st down and 10 for the Badgers. Smith the pass. Again, the completion to his back, and well, the Bulldogs saying that the ball might have come loose, but that's not what the officials are saying.
About 3 for Snow College.
And Wilson on the grab with a 7-yard pickup, bringing up a 2nd and 3. So the Badgers get inside Bulldog territory. And off goes to Tillman, and Tillman to the 46.
That's number 5, Jakiri Brown on the tackle. Be very close to a 1st down.
And it's enough for a first, another 1st down for the Badgers. So a methodical thus far move down the field for the Badgers, starting at their 17.
Junior college class of 07.
Inside the Bulldog 46. And the drive thus far that has consumed a total of 4 minutes. Smith steps up, hammered at the 48, sacked there.
Great interior tackle there. 3 people jumping on that one. Loss of about 2 on first down.
Brings up a second down and 12 after the sack of Smith. Smith sat out almost all of last year, hurt in the first game of the season. Required surgery, sits out, gets hurt in the first game this year upon his return, but not serious enough to keep him out any other games. Pass over the middle. It is caught by King. Not quite enough for the first. Let's see what the forward progress gives him.
Looks like it was caught by Snow College.
Well, that forward progress
Payne there on the tackle.
to the 40.
Big third down opportunity.
Brings up a third down.
Defense. Let's give them a little
If you look at the
support out
stats
there
for the
in stands.
Badgers over the course of the year, one is led to believe that this could be 4-down territory. They're not going to kick the ball often. Only a couple of field goals this season. 3rd and 5, it will depend obviously on what happens here. The pass is caught for a first at the 34.
At number 11
Again,
on the
favorite
tackle,
target
down,
is Wilson.
Walden. First down for Snow College.
Well, if you're looking at 3rd down efficiency, it's been pretty doggone good for Snow.
Ball sitting on the 34-yard line.
How good? How about perfect? That's pretty darn good. And it is first down and 10 at the 34. Smith. Is it caught inside the 10? It is at the 8.
Sideline pass caught by number 8 for Snow College. Amir Magruder. The first down.
Magruder, 7 receptions of the year, now 8. And this one has got the Badgers a first and goal from the 8-yard line.
GMC, that was declined, so will be first down for Snow. Down inside the red zone.
First down and goal from the 8. Smith firing to the end zone, incomplete. Again, trying to get Magruder.
Falls harmlessly to the grass.
And it'll bring up a second down and goal from the 8. Historically, at least, taking the data from this year, Bulldogs have been tough against the run. If there has been a defensive struggle, it has been against the pass. And thus the Badgers on a first and goal, trying to lob it into the end zone. Lambert and Tillman in the backfield. Handoff given to Tillman. And Tillman will find his way inside the 5 to near the 4.
Gang of GMC tacklers getting them down inside the 5-yard line. Will bring up 3rd down for Snow College. They are sitting on the 4-yard line. Big opportunity.
Brings up a 3rd down and goal.
Rise up here, get a stop inside the 5.
And off to Lambert, and he will find his way into the end zone for 6. 4-yard touchdown run on the Badgers with a methodical drive down the field, started at their 17. And the final 4 from Lambert, putting the Badgers on the board at the 8:14 mark. In stanza number 1. Both teams have been pretty darn good on extra point kicks, and this one is good as well.
7 and GMC 0.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
The Pickle Barrel Cafe, owned by the Jaworskis. Appreciate their continued support of GMC Junior College Athletics.
4-yard Lambert touchdown run. The kick good.
The ball for the very first time
and Badgers consume almost 7 minutes on their opening drive of the football game and methodically march it down the field. Only one incompletion. And it's a 7-zip game, and not particularly good field position for the Bulldogs to start.
That was a return by number 2, Frank Osorio Jr.
And it's Payne who will bring it out to the 15. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10. We will not see, at least we don't think so, Colin Hogan today. Sustained a concussion, and due to concussion protocol, he is out. What we might see for the first time this year is Abe Stowe, and the
that was a penalty on Snow.
hope was Georgia Military Stowe could be redshirted.
Offsides. 5-yard penalty.
Well, the Hogan injury and he out, a good
line.
possibility Stowe will show up today for the first time. To have a penalty on the play. It is against Snow, so the good news is maybe a little better field position than the 15.
Another opportunity to run this kickoff back.
Teed up by Casey Kieslar,
Back deep for the Bulldogs, Jalen Flood.
a product of Utah.
And Larry Lane Jr.
Got a feeling Snow's got a couple of Utah products. As this one again is delivered inside the 5. Out of the 15. Well, the penalty yardage gives them an initial 3.
Larry Lane on the return. Looks like he'll be right about the 19.
Larry Lane Jr. bringing it out to roughly the 18. 3 off the infraction. And a little bit's better than a little of nothing. So a little more, a little better than the 15. And as a matter of fact, nose of the football lying on the 19. So it was a 4-yard gain. Compliments of the infraction. Jamarian Walker in the backfield.
College athletic supporters, Milledgeville Coke.
Couple of back-to-back 100-yard games, 153 and 120. Chip Cooper getting the start at QB. And let's see if the Bulldogs can respond to the Badger touchdown drive. Cooper flushed out of the pocket, gets to the 23, gains 3.
Chip Cooper on the run.
It'll bring up a second down and right at 6, close to 7. There is a penalty flag, however.
Holding. Offense.
And it is
Number
holding
56.
against the Bulldogs.
Replay first down.
So nullify
65.
the run.
Correction.
Go back 10 from the point of infraction and do it again.
That'll back the Bulldogs up a little bit.
Chip Cooper,
Still
second
first
leading
down.
ground gainer for the Bulldogs, coming in with 250 yards on the ground. He's the number 2 guy through the air as well. 184 behind Colin Hogan's 200 plus. Busted up the middle by Walker. He will fight his way across the 25 to the 26.
Marion Walker, number 26, out of Adel, Georgia. That'll make it a whole lot more manageable here on second down. Like 2nd and 4 for your
Brings up a
Bulldogs.
second down, and we'll call it 3. Another give to Walker. And Walker able to cross the 30. Should be enough for the first down.
Number 26 on the carry again gives us a GMC first down.
418 yards on the season for Jamarian Walker. And as I mentioned, over the course of the last couple of games, right at 280. So 2 games with 280 on the ground, and the first 3 with 245. So Walker has definitely picked it up a notch. And he'll get his 3rd consecutive carry.
Number 26 on the carry.
Out to the
once
33.
Again. Moves that stick forward
Gain him a
about
couple
40
of yards, brings up a second down and 8.
We'll call it 6.5.
I'm not going to reiterate, at least I'm going to try not to reiterate how significant these drives are early. But boy, would the Bulldogs like to get something out of the opening drive. Their preference 6, but they'll take 3. Incomplete pass. Intended for Jalen Flood.
Brings up 3rd down.
3 receptions on the year for Flood, bringing up a 3rd down and long. Well, the Badgers successful on 3rd and long. Let's see if the Bulldogs can do the same. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Brings up a 3rd down, a little bit inside 8. We'll call it closer to 7. Design keeper by Cooper, and Cooper's keeper has got him very close to a first. It depends on the spot. I'm thinking it is. And that's what the officials say too.
I like that old line giving that block there.
So 1st down and 10, Georgia Military. Gorgeous day here in Davenport Field, Milledgeville, Georgia. Got a couple of sports going on today. Baseball in Alabama. Showcase series with Jason Thompson on the coverage. And football here. Fake to Walker. Cooper inside Badger territory to the 45.
There by number 3, Chip Cooper. That'll be another 1st down for your Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs with a 1st and 10. They get inside Badger territory. Saying, heck, the Badgers methodically drove it down the field on their opening drive. Why can't we? 5 and 13 battle.
1st and 10, ball sitting on about the 45-yard line.
In the NJCAA top 20 polls are actually top 15. Used to be 20. Hand off to Walker, and Walker breaking tackles, eventually caught at the 40.
Number 26, Jamarian Walker with another carry.
If they give him his forward progress, he picks up right at 5. And there is an injured Badger, I think. Yep. Helmet came off, and I didn't think it was due to the force of the impact with the ground. It looked like he kind of yanked that helmet off in pain.
4 yards to go for another 1st down for GMC.
Trying to see if that is a 12 or a 13 on the jersey. Either way, it is a defensive back, either a cornerback or a safety.
GMC Junior College Athletics, Butler Ford and Butler Honda here for us every year supporting. We're certainly thankful for all you do to make a difference. Georgia Military
got an injury on the field.
We're
back after this.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
All right, here we go for your GMC Bulldogs. 2nd down, about 4 yards to go.
Not a good sign as Tremel Wright is assisted to the sidelines.
44-yard line.
And we will certainly hope that he is able to return. Well, they give him a 6-yard pickup on his forward progress. Walker makes it a 2nd down and a long 4 at the 39. Cooper puts it on the turf. It is still loose. Badgers say they've got it, and they do.
The ball ended up on the grass, and Snow jumped on the fumble. So it will be 1st and 10 for Snow College on that pitch.
Flood couldn't hang on.
Ball sitting on the 34-yard line.
And an impressive opening drive for the Bulldogs ends with a turnover. We have consumed 11 minutes in the football game and have only had 2 drives. One for the Badgers, one for the Bulldogs. Badger offense back onto the field. King in motion. Give goes to King. And he will dive forward to the 40. Gain of 6, close to 7. Well, here we go again with an important drive. Defense for Georgia Military trying to stop the Badgers and kind of counterbalance that turnover.
Ball right on the 40-yard line.
Smith to pass, fires a laser, it is complete.
Number 4,
on the reception is King, and that'll be enough for the first.
First down for Snow College. The chains move.
Well, Smith came into the ball game with a little better than a 55% completion average. And he's well above that 55 in this one. I think 1 incomplete pass with that toss towards the end zone. Otherwise, he's hit on everything, 2 receivers. First down and 10, football at the 45. Handoff given to Tillman. Tillman across midfield and then put down at the 49.
Big hit by number 42, Jonathan Wiley.
Wiley in on the stop.
For about a 5.5-yard gain. This is the second down and
Second down and 4. Pass is caught for a gain of a yard.
Antonio Reeves Jr. initially on that tackle.
On the reception is Pleu.
Bring up third down for Snow
And it brings up a third down.
3.5. Here we go. Big opportunity for a third down stop.
Badgers trying to get inside the 46 to pick up the first. Bulldogs trying to keep that from happening as we near the 2-minute mark in the opening stanza. Seven-zip ball game. Lambert on a 4-yard touchdown run and the extra point kick good.
You get a little excitement out there. Big third down stop here.
Smith the pass, upended immediately, not enough for the first down.
Number 5, Jakir Jones.
Stopped is Peu.
Big stop.
And it'll bring up a fourth down, and there he is, an injured Bulldog.
And good to see him.
Well, there is the good news. Up and headed to the sidelines and giving some high and low fives. That's always a good sign.
44 years. This is taught in the classrooms, on athletic fields, in the Corps of Cadets, and through...
Fourth down and a couple. Snow is going to go for it. At least they are acting as if they are going to go for it. The injured Bulldog, by the way.
Here we go. Snow College going for it.
Jakir Jones.
Big chance here for the defense to rise up.
Fourth down and 3. First down picked up. Extra effort by Lambert. Well, it looked like he was caught behind the line of scrimmage and just able to make the right turn.
On the sidelines, but that was
pick up the first.
Snow College first down.
And turn it into a sizable gainer down to the 37. Wearing his first down and 10.
All right, first and 10 on the GMC side of the field for Snow College.
Less than a minute to play in the first. Another complete pass.
And number 33 on
that is
tackle
caught by
forces
Tyreek
inbounds,
Carter.
Antonio Reeves Jr.
Gain of 6 brings up a second down and 4.
And second down and 5 to go.
And the way these drives have been, this, unless of course you get an incompletion or something else that stops the clock, could be the last play in the first. Smith incomplete over the middle to Carter.
Broken up by number 19 for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs saying, hey, it's time to balance things out. He's been hitting a lot of passes. Let's get some incompletions in there, and there is one of them. Does stop the clock with 12 seconds. Left in the first. And a 3rd down and 4, and if you're going to go for it on 4th and 3 at midfield, if there's no conversion here, then a good possibility they'll go for it for on 4th again. Bulldogs hope they are faced with that dilemma. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Wilson.
That will bring up 4th down and 5 to go.
And it does bring up a 4th down, and let's see if indeed they will go for it. I mean, obviously, if you do it on a 4th and 3 right about midfield, you would think the same is true here, and they will go for it.
Here we go, big 4th down stop.
4th down and 4 at the 31. Bulldogs needing a big stop to put it into the corner and into the drive, get the football to begin the second. Smith drops back, fires, it is caught, and it's a 1st down.
As number 2, Kylon Payne on the stop, but that pass is complete for a 1st down.
Just a little too much cushion between the DB and the receiver. And it is enough for the first.
And there we are at the end.
And that's how the first comes to an end.
Davenport Field with Snow College 7, your GMC Bulldogs
7-zip advantage. Badgers lead it. They've got the football when we come back for quarter number 2.
I want to say thanks to Ortho Georgia as a major supporter.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Test, 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 test.
Difference in this one, a Lambert 4-yard touchdown run at the 8:14 mark in quarter number 1. Snow College, the 5th-ranked team in the country, with a 7-zip lead over the Bulldogs of Georgia Military. A reminder at halftime, different coach every week. This week's featured guest, Devin McKinney, the running backs coach, who, by the way, has got a little experience with Snow. He was there last year. And he is our halftime guest now, 15 minutes away. Didn't take long to get the first wrapped up. It was quickly expiring opening stanza. 15 minutes of football and about a half hour of real time. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Run inside, but a big old stop by Travion Barnes after a very short pickup.
Gained him a couple of yards.
Bring up
carry.
2nd down and 7 for Snow College.
That is Lambert. Tillman, over the course of the season, has been the primary ball carrier. Lambert, number 2, 53 carries coming in for Tillman, 41 for Lambert. But in this one, it's been more Lambert than Tillman. Gains 2, brings up a 2nd down and 8. Smith to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, and he'll be shoved out of bounds.
That is Jared Ned.
Just shy of the 20.
Bring up.
And it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That'll be 3rd down for Snow College.
3rd down and 8.
Well, let's get a little crowd noise for that Bulldog defense for a big 3rd down
Davenport
stop.
Field on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Bulldogs with a home game and a road trip next week. Doesn't make sense, right? Well, they are playing in South Carolina against Lewisburg in a game that is deemed a Georgia Military College home football game. Smith Flushed out of the pocket again, just can't find a target open. Sends it towards the end zone for the touchdown. Wilson on the receiving end of the 23-yarder.
Ball, but it does fall incomplete to the turf, bringing up 4th down.
So a 23-yard touchdown pass. Happens at the 13:29 mark.
Yes, that was a great catch by Snow. My mistake.
Extra point kick up. Extra point kick good.
All right, extra point is good. That'll make it 14-0 Snow.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
All right, here we go. Kickoff about to happen.
14 zip advantage. Badgers 1 on the ground, 1 through the air.
Score.
And the 5th-ranked team in the country with a 2-touchdown lead.
Number 81 with the fair catch.
Fair catch called for and made by Bland.
Darrell Bland Jr.
Bulldogs bring it out to the 25. That's where it's 1st down and 10. Well, the Bulldogs able to move the football on their opening drive. Only 1 drive in this one thus far. Got an inside Badger territory, but coughed it up. The turnover, not necessarily the difference in the game at this point, but it's certainly the difference in one of the scores. And who knows? We might be dead even at 7 if the ball's not coughed up. But a good friend of mine once said, if candies and nuts were, no, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts. Can't even get the saying right. Well, it's not Christmas. Maybe that's why. If candies and nuts, no, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, it'd be Christmas every day. Well, if you're going to stumble over the saying, I guess I need to leave it alone. But nonetheless, doesn't really matter what could have been. It's what happened, and what happened was the fumble. And the eventual 23-yard touchdown pass, Smith to Wilson. Handoff given to Walker. Walker trying to get it around the end. Spins to the 30 and 31.
Knocked out of bounds. A solid run from Jamarian Walker.
Brings up a 3rd down and manageable, 3rd and 4. Football spotted at the 31, crossed the 35. He got the first and the chains move. Chip Cooper sending Lane in motion. He'll be sacked. Loses the football. Badgers say they've got it. The officials do too.
Cooper sacked, and the ball comes out. Looks like Snow has recovered, and we'll have a.
You're going to play in the 5th-ranked team in the country. You not going to play perfect, but you got to play pretty darn good. And back-to-back possessions with a fumble has already led to a noticeable difference in score. Now you've got the football if you're the Badgers at the 26, where it is 1st down and 10, and you're asking your defense again to hold,
GMC Junior College Athletics
to come up with a big play,
Mexican,
to maybe balance things off and get a turnover. Tillman in the backfield and a 1st down and 10.
1st down for Snow College, right on the 25-yard line of GMC.
Football spotted at the 25.
0 with 12:11 left in the first half.
And now the official stepping in
Delay of game.
and saying there was a delay of game.
5 yards. Still first down.
All right, we'll take 5 yards in the other
So a
direction.
5-yard mark off, back to the
That'll
30.
make it First and 15 for Snow.
Where it is first down and 15. One would assume with 2 field goals this year, not a great kicking game for the Badgers. So if you're the Bulldogs, you don't necessarily have to keep them out of the end zone if you can keep them out of field goal range. And that helps the sack of Smith to the 40.
That is Gavin Bloom out of Bogart, Georgia.
Back to the 40, bringing up a second down and 25. Lambert beside Smith. 3 receivers to this side. Smith able to get rid of it. Penalty flags fly. Lambert is dropped at the 33, and let's see what the flag's about.
That pass was complete, but a couple of flags on the field. Wait to see what that is.
During the play, hands to the face, number 97 on the defense. Also a hold on 0 White. They offset, replay third down.
Offsetting infractions, hands to the face and holding. Hands to the face on the defense, holding on the offense. So we'll do it all over again. Down marker on the far sideline.
Second down.
Says it is third, but it is second. And now they flip the down marker.
All right, replaying second down here.
Replay of second.
Long way to go. Looks like second 20 for Snow.
Football back to the 41-yard line. Smith fires long. It is in and out of the hands of the intended target.
And number 2 on a pass.
Well, that was on the money.
There at the far end.
King just couldn't hang on.
Calon Payne. That'll bring up third down and a little over
And it'll
20
bring up a
yards
third
to go
down
for
and
Snow.
25. Canfold Smith had it on the money. 55 of 108 on the year, 744 yards coming in. 7 touchdown strikes, but through his 8th as the first score in the second.
All right, here we go. Third and a whole bunch. Big chance for the defense to step
Big
up.
third down. Needed the turf and the catch, I believe, by Magruder.
25-yard line. We'll
Bring down to the 25 and bring up a fourth down, but fourth and much more manageable. It was a third and 25. It was a fourth and 9. And they don't do this often, but they'll do it here. Haven't hit a field goal more than 32 yards. This is a 42-yard effort. Kick is up. It's got the leg. And it has got the accuracy.
Is good.
Kiesler. Maybe he doesn't do it
17-0.
often. But this time he does it from 42 yards out, and the Badgers will take a 17-zip lead.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Number 81, Darrell.
All Snow in the first half, but a total of 10 points now off turnovers. So instead of a 7-zip or a 7-7 or a Bulldog lead, Turnovers aiding Snow to a 17-zip advantage.
Ball come out to the 25-yard line for your GMC Bulldogs. I want to say thanks to Trico Go as one of our big GMC Junior College athletic supporters.
Bulldogs off to Casey, South Carolina next Saturday. We'll be there. Lewisburg, the opponent.
They can as they develop as leaders and continue in their education here at Georgia Military College.
Then a much-deserved week off. Second weekend in October.
A chance for our offense to respond.
Before you get into the final 4 or 5 games of the year.
8 left in the first half.
First and 10, give goes to Walker. And Walker will churn his way to the 28.
26, Jamarian Walker on the count, carry once again. 2 positive yards, be second down, ball on the 28-yard line.
Longest run of the year, 55 yards for Walker. That is the longest run from scrimmage this season. And for Walker, it was a 55-yarder that went for 6. On that play, 2. Brings up a 2nd and 8, football at the 28. Arroyo goes in motion. Nothing there for Walker.
Again, wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain, might have lost a yard or 2. Back to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd down and long. And if you're the Bulldogs, last thing you want to do is get the football back to Snow with about 9 minutes to play in the half. Snow in the first half has shown a propensity to simply eat up time and methodically bring the football down the field. So the Bulldogs needing something out of a 3rd and long, send Walker in motion. Set up the screen, and there's just nothing there.
That pass was complete.
Very little gain on the completion to Bo Telebast.
Looks like the Bulldogs will be coming on to punt.
And a punting situation for the Bulldogs. Back to receive is Lambert. Lambert standing at his 38. Set to boot it away is Mason Maddox, averaging 33 per kick. Hoping to boom one away here and change the possibility of so-so field position. Ball on the turf. Scrum for the loose football. Who's got it? Badgers say they do. Bulldogs say they do, and the Dogs do.
That's just the turnover we were looking for to turn the tide.
One of those reciprocating turnovers.
Great job by that punt coverage.
Hey, Bulldogs have handed 2 over to the Badgers.
To get his guys prepared.
Bulldogs thinking it's about time. Badgers gave 1 back. Football at the 36.
A little shout out to Channing Canty for recovering that.
And that is where the Bulldogs will take over. First down and 10.
All right, here we go. Ball on the 36-yard line on the Snow College side of the field.
I do not need to tell you how significant a score would be here. Really change the feel and the complexion of the game. Best field position of the game for the Bulldogs at the 36 of the Badgers. Cooper to pass. Nobody's open. He can run it. Spins inside the 25 to the 22.
By number 3, Chip Cooper there.
But guess what?
During the play, holding 67 black, 10 yards from previous
penalty
spot,
flag
still
back
first
at
down.
the 39. So the Cooper run inside the 25 nullified by the holding infraction. And the Bulldogs will go the other way.
All right, that penalty knocks it back 10 yards. It will be first.
Nick Cribbs, the 6'2", 337-pounder from Cummings,
On
Georgia,
the 46-yard line.
charged with a hold. Back to the 46. And instead of a 1st and 10 inside the 25, it is 1st and 20 outside of the 45. Running the option, Cooper Down to the 32.
To the outside by Cooper. We'll take the ball down there, out of bounds, jump about 32-yard line.
Picking up a nice part of that penalty yardage.
All right, great pickup on that first down. Puts us second and
Down
6.
to the 33.
Ball sitting about 32-yard line.
Second down, close to 6. Inside 7 to play in the half. Devin McKinney, running backs coach, our halftime guest.
Department. All the things that they do behind the scenes.
Dogs trying to get on the board.
Successful. Greg Zeck, our assistant athletic director, and of course Tina Harrison, who keeps it all together for everybody.
And give it to Walker, and Walker up the middle, inside. Down to the 30. Brings up a third down and 3.
29-yard line.
I'm thinking you're in 4-down territory. Down by 17, inside the 30. Needing 3.5 to 4. Got to get inside the 26 to pick up the first. Depending on what happens in the play, if it is 3rd and something like this, or 4th and something like this, probably 4-down territory. Walker says, forget the 4 downs. I'll pick up the first on 3rd, down to the 23.
How about that first down pickup right there?
So you don't have to worry about the decision-making. Bulldogs decided on the turf. Walker with the first down run.
Just under 6 minutes to go here in the half. 17-0 on the scoreboard, but your Bulldogs are threatening.
Brings up a first down and 10. Football at the 33. Hey, thanks so much to Scott McLeod, Paul Kravitsky, handling the coverage last week. I had to cover some baseball in Louisiana. Couldn't be here. Darn it. Told Coach Manchester, missed my dose of dogs. Pass over the middle, wide open, into the end zone, touchdown.
Triquan Jones on the reception. Waiting for that cannon to go off to let us know.
Triquan Jones.
How about that drive by your Bulldogs?
Bulldogs on the board. 23-yard touchdown pass. Extra point kick. Bulldogs have been perfect, and they stay that way.
17-7. How about that response from your Bulldogs?
10-point ball game after the Cooper touchdown pass. His 4th of the year.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
To get the ball right back to them.
Bulldogs on the board in a 17-7 contest. Is booted into the end zone, touch back. Football out to the 25, and that's where the Badgers will take over. First down and 10.
Mason Maddox.
Both teams able to convert turnovers into points. There have been 2 Bulldog turnovers, and both have turned into Badger points. There has been 1 Badger turnover, and it has turned into Bulldog points. 5:07 to play in the half. 5th-ranked Snow College, 13th-ranked Georgia Military. Badgers with the football at their own 25-yard line. Okay, Bulldogs still one more turnover than the Badgers. Hey, Snow, I mean, if you want to, pass caught, drop to the 35-yard line is king.
At number 8, Trevion
And will be
Barnes
close.
on
It
the
might
tackle
be
on
enough for the
complete
first,
pass.
depending on the spot. And the spot looks good enough for the first. Well, if you're the Bulldogs, here's what you can ill afford. You got to score. You've made it a 10-point game. Still a 2-score contest. But you can't let the Badgers go down the field and extend it to 3. And I've given Lambert. Lambert caught behind the line of scrimmage, back to the 29.
Trapped in the backfield by that great defense of GMC Bulldogs, making sure he stayed back there. That'll be a loss on the play.
5-yard loss, 2nd and 15.
All right, here we go with that. That's 2nd and 16.
I don't think at this point, if you've got a big stop here and a 3rd and long, that you're worried about the clock yet. So I don't think there's a timeout coming for the Bulldogs if you get a stop. Tillman on the carry to the 37.
There's a herd of Bulldogs led by number 8, Trevion Barnes on the tackle.
But let's see.
And we'll bring up 3rd down now.
You might want to stop it so that you can conserve as much time as possible. It is currently stopped, but I don't see
Oh, 3rd and 9
anybody
and a half.
charging a timeout to anyone. So it is not a called timeout.
Clock is ticking away. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. 17-7 is your score.
Big
And
third down.
opportunity
Bulldogs
for
would
GMC
love to get it
Bulldogs
back.
to get a stop.
One more time before half. 3rd down and 9. Badgers would love to get it across the 45. And I'm hearing a whistle from somewhere, and that is from the near sidelines. Let's see what the infraction is. Looks like the Badgers are moving backwards.
False start, 56 White. Still 3rd down.
And you got a false start. Charge to Seth Wilfred.
All right, we'll take that, knocking it back a little bit.
So instead of a 3rd and 9, a 3rd and 14. Smith the pass. And he'll miss everybody, turns it into a 4th and a punting situation.
Pass, and it was incomplete, bouncing harmlessly to the grass.
And the incomplete pass stops the
4th
clock
down
with
now.
3:11 left
Let's
to
give it up for the
play
Bulldog defense.
in the
Second
half.
stop.
Bulldogs will have a decent little nest egg of time.
All right, 3 minutes to go. I want to remind fans we'll have a special presentation
As
at halftime. If you
Kylan
understand
Payne
the
goes
chance
back
just
to
a few minutes.
receive.
And then you can make your way over to the concession stand, grab a little bite to eat, swing by the bookstore, get something from the team that's over there.
And I think Payne lost that and said, heck, I got to get away from it.
Ball bounces
Rolls to the
sideways,
25.
Ends up just on the other side of the
Yeah, he
25-yard
lost it in
line.
the
That's where
sun.
the Bulldogs will start.
Tell by the
First and
body
10 to go.
language, he's like, man, I
3 minutes
didn't
to
even
go
know where it
until the half.
was. So
He
said, I knew where it was headed. So he
he
gets out of the path of the football. It will roll down to the 26.
Paraphernalia.
And that's where the Bulldogs will have 3 minutes to try to cover 74 yards. You do realize how much better a 17-10 or a 17-14 score would sound at the half. Let's see if the Bulldogs can make it happen. Cooper on the keeper.
On the carry.
Across the
Takes it up about
33.
the 32-yard line before he's tackled. Nice little pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down and 5. The clock is running.
2nd down, 5 to go.
Not a huge concern in the moment, but it
Clock
will
is
be
ticking
shortly.
away.
Second down, we'll call it 4. Handoff given to Walker, and Walker able to spin his way to the 37.
And
Should
Walker
be
on the
a
carry again.
first
Charging
down.
ahead, that workhorse running back for us. Moving the chains, giving us that 1st down.
But again, the
That's
clock
an
now
impressive young
ticking to
man
near the
as he
2-minute
continues to
mark.
run the rock today.
Field goal range, your longest of the year, Britt Williams hit a 49-yarder. So if you're preparing for something inside 50, you want to get it between the 30 and 35. Couple of yards in the carry and
picks up a couple. Number 6 on the carry.
got a timeout.
Trickwan Jones.
Timeout, GMC.
Asked
Their
for
first
by the
charge
Bulldogs.
timeout of the half.
It will happen at the 1:48 mark in a 17-7 contest.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby. You got me falling hard for you. It's you. I felt this way before. You know it's true. It's you. You got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
One minute, 48 seconds left to play in the half. Football is 59 yards from Pater.
Second down, about 7 yards.
Second down and 7 for Cooper and company. He drops back, fires, incomplete over the middle.
Like that ball might have been
Pass
tipped
intended
off
for
that
Flood.
finish. Ball's incomplete. Bring up 3rd down, 7 to go.
And it will bring up a 3rd down. Total of 4 seconds consumed by the pass play. Cooper on the keeper, right up the middle, midfield, still on his feet.
And he breaks out
Inside the 30, 20, 10, touchdown.
Touchdown.
Chip Cooper.
Go Dogs. How about that run by number
Back
3?
into the ball game within 4 and
Cooper
trying to make it
all
3 on the
way.
Cooper run. Williams trying to make it a 3-point game.
13, waiting on the PAT.
Snap, hold, and kick.
And
Every
the kick
bit
is
of it good.
Off the leg of Mason Maddox.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Longest run from scrimmage for Cooper and for the Bulldogs, 59 yards. And Georgia Military right back into the ball game.
And the kick is deep. And look at that touchback. And no return on the booming leg of our kicker. 1 minute.
Obviously, coaches have gone over the guard against for the Bulldogs, and that is guard against the big play in the final 92 seconds of the first half. You've gotten back into the ball game. You're within 3, 1 score away. A field goal separates the two. If you're the Bulldogs, the last thing you want is a Badger score in the last 132 of the half. If you are a Badger fan, you're going, hey, a score in the final 92 seconds wouldn't be so shabby. Smith the pass. Almost picked off.
Man, that ball was almost intercepted on the sidelines with nothing but
Oh,
green
my.
grass in front of him. But what a great pass breakup. Great work again by number 8, Travion Barnes, one of our team captains for today. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Snow College. Ball on the
Incomplete
25-yard
pass
line.
brings up a 2nd down and 10. Smith steps up in the pocket, fires incomplete.
Great defense right there, holding the receivers. In
Carter,
the
the intended target.
10 with 1:20 to go.
Well, it is 3rd down and 10. And only a total of 12 seconds tick off the clock with the 2 incompletions. A big 3rd down here.
All right, we need a big stop by that defense. 3rd and 10, just before the half.
Lambert, a late arrival onto the field. Smith with 3 receivers to one side, 1 to this.
Bulldog D.
On a 3rd down and 10, Badgers have been very successful on this play. And let's see, do they have the first? They do, just across the first down marker.
The chains for Snow.
Their 3rd down efficiency has been very nice this afternoon. And it keeps the drive alive and keeps the Bulldogs from getting the football.
Ball on the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for Snow. 1:14 to go in the half.
Out to the 36. And a timeout is asked for.
Timeout. GMC.
By Rob
Their
Manchester.
2nd charge. Timeout this half.
Man, was he wanting that football back. And a stop on 3rd and 10. Smith, though, he's done it throughout his career at Snow. Hits on a big 3rd down play.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
First down and 10, football at the 37.
10.
Smith the pass, fires. It is caught, I believe.
Pushed out of bounds by number 32, Devin Thomas.
And one of the Georgia Military College staff members unintentionally right there in on that stop. She's got a smile on her face, and now she's
There we go.
gone into the
2nd and 6
3-point
off the
stance. I think she's like,
41-yard
okay, I
line.
got to be prepared next time. Smith
Quick
pass caught
out into the flat.
at the
That'll pick up a
44.
couple 3. Makes it 3rd down. 3.5 to go.
Another 3rd down play. And again, not a whole lot of time taking off that clock down to the 104 mark.
All right, here we go, D. Big stop on 3rd down.
Bulldogs would like to change that efficiency. High
Ball
pass
is
incomplete.
overthrown. That'll bring up 4th down.
And it'll bring up a 4th down in a punting
Number 32,
situation with a
Devin
minute to
Thomas in the
play
area.
in the half.
4th down.
So the
for
Bulldogs,
Snow College,
barring a
exactly
turnover,
1 minute to go before
barring
the
a
half.
penalty,
Looks like the punt team's coming on.
should have about 50 to 55 seconds to try to put something together before halftime. Bulldogs have not had a kicked return for a touchdown this season. And there is the fair catch called for and made
Fair catch by number 2.
at the 14.
Kylon Payne. GMC had their first
So
down.
Payne the fair catch.
Just under a minute to go before
54
the half.
seconds left in the half, and the Bulldogs will try to take it 86 yards.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
I say they have not had a kick return for a touchdown this year. Technically they have, but a penalty called that one back. So no official punt or kickoffs returned for TDs. So let's see what the Bulldogs do with it with 54 seconds remaining. Of course, you know the other guard against, right? Don't turn the football over. And it almost looks like they're going to be satisfied, and they are. With a 3-point deficit. Why take a chance? Why turn the ball over? But then Snow says, hey, you're going to do that every down. We can get the football or at least block a punt.
Timeout White, their first timeout.
So this chess match continuing, and the Bulldogs have to decide if they are going to continue to sit on snaps or try to pick up some positive yardage.
You got me falling hard, sweet baby, got me falling hard for you. It's you. I felt this way before, you know it's true. It's you. You got me more and more. Oh, you got me falling hard.
Well, let's see what Rob Manchester decides to do. Obviously, they were just going to sit on it, run the clock out, go to halftime down by 3, but Snow says, we're going to do that. We'll call some timeouts. We'll get a chance to block a punt.
All right.
Maybe get a play or two off.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And it looks like the Bulldogs have now said, you know what, we're going to run the football, and at least try to get something out of the play. Well, twisting around, trying to make the catch.
All right, ball out.
That was
here,
Lane.
Just
Incomplete pass.
out of the reach.
Stopping the clock.
Make it 3rd and 10.
Well, that's a big 3rd down. You pass the football, it's incomplete. You stop the clock, give the Badgers time. You run the football and don't pick up the first, they stop the clock and give the Badgers time. Let's see what the Bulldogs do on a 3rd down and 10 from the 14. And the play clock will run out. Delay of game. 5-yard mark.
5-yard penalty.
Now a 3rd and
down.
15. Well, again, there's still time here in the first half to really change the complexion of this game, send it back to a 2-score Snow lead. This is a big play for Georgia Military. They got a little bigger. And now you're looking at, if you don't pick up some decent yardage, your guy kicking it from the end zone. And when you're averaging 33 to 34 yards per kick, then you're looking at the fact the Badgers could get decent field position with a decent little cushion of time. That is an incomplete pass.
That pass is incomplete.
And it stops the clock with 40 seconds remaining.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs.
So it is 4th down. Badgers, no matter what happens,
hoping to kick it deep.
Are going to get the football.
Before the half.
And they are likely going to get the football in fairly good shape. Lambert stands at the Bulldog 45. Not a particularly long kick, but does take a Bulldog roll.
That's a favorable GMC roll.
And turns into a 41-yard effort.
Goes out of bounds on the 49-yard line. 31 seconds.
And if you're the Bulldogs with a couple of kickers who are averaging right at 33 to 34 per, and you get a 41-yarder, when you are pinned deep, it's not a bad punt. And the Badgers will set up shop with 2 timeouts.
I want to say thank you
and
to
49 yards away.
College Bulldog Club people throughout the
They've already got a 42-yard field goal, so if you get
support of
inside the 30, you're looking at
every Saturday, rain or
decent
shine,
field goal range.
Cheering on the Bulldogs.
Doable field goal
Let's get a little noise
range.
now, support our defense.
If you are the
We're looking for
Badgers.
a big stop before the half.
Smith. Pass is
Big
caught
hit by
but dropped
number
immediately
3,
is Carter.
Dante Brown.
Okay.
And I believe you've got a Snow College timeout. They will use their second of 3.
Hey. There is no timeout as the pass was incomplete. Second down.
Well, there you hear the official's explanation. Incomplete pass. Stop the clock. No need to use a timeout.
All right, 2nd and 10 for Snow.
Looked as though the pass was complete. It wasn't. And it is 2nd down and 10. Smith.
Great pressure by the defensive line.
Just gets
forcing that
rid of
ball
it to
be
avoid
thrown
the sack and the big
incomplete out of
loss.
bounds. 18 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 for Snow.
3rd down and 10, 18 seconds remaining. Devin McKinney, the running backs coach at Georgia Military, our halftime guest. And we will talk to him in 18 football seconds. Who knows how many real-time seconds that will be.
18 seconds to go.
3rd down and 10. Pass over the middle, incomplete.
Great defense coverage downfield, pressure by the D-line.
And it brings up a 4th down.
4th and 10, 13 seconds.
And the Badgers say, why kick it? A lot of things could go wrong when trying to punt it. Block punt, return punt, high snap.
All right, 4th down. Defense needs to get another
They'll go
stop
for it
here.
on a 4th down and 10.
Head into the half, just down 3, 13 seconds to go.
Smith rolling out, dropped at the 39. You got 7 seconds remaining.
How
Down
about
to
that?
4, and-
Dalen Howard out of Athens, Georgia.
Well, the Bulldogs now with a
Shutting that
chance to
down.
launch something
Great
deep.
job by that defense. Hey, Bulldog fans, let's give a little shout for that defense coming up right there.
Didn't all this
Great
drama
calls,
start at the
great
132 mark?
execution.
92 seconds left in the half. Boy, we've had a lot of football in 92 seconds. And one more play. And at this particular spot on the field, I don't think the Dogs are going to sit on. Likely Cooper is going to drop back, give a look down the field, everybody covered, then try to use those legs. Let's see. I don't think you can run 2 plays at 4.7. I mean, if you've got a laser to the sidelines or any play over the middle, I still think it consumes your time. So let's see what the Bulldogs do with a, yeah, it's 1st and 10, but for all practical purposes, 1st and 41. 1st and goal, if you will.
Working on a clock issue here. Be patient and give us half a second.
Well, we may be adding a little bit of time to the clock, and I did notice when the stop was made over on the far sidelines, it was right in the neighborhood of 7 seconds. So they bumped it back to
All right,
6.
here we go. 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs.
Now, you can get a couple of plays in 6 seconds, and they're looking at the clock as if to suggest the 6 is still not right. So let's see. Now we're at 7. And apparently that is
1st
right,
10
and that
Bulldogs, 7 seconds
does
to go
give
before
you
the half.
the option of a
Ball sitting
couple
on
of
the 40-yard
plays.
line, 41-yard line.
But you got to do it quick. And that wasn't quick enough, so we'll get one play. It is caught, tackled at
That's a
the
great play call
13
and
as time
execution on the
expired.
catch. But that will run out the half.
Bulldogs say, hey, we stopped the clock. It says goose eggs. They're bringing the field goal unit on the field. And apparently the officials agreeing that there is enough time.
Man, 1 second on the clock.
to try a field goal.
Great throw and catch to get us down within field goal range.
Britt Williams will try a 31-yard effort. Trying to knot it up at 17 at the half. Out of the hold of Wyatt Hurst. Kick up. Got the leg. Horn sounds to win the half. No good. Boy, that was a late call, but
kick was no good.
The officials say it didn't get inside the uprights. Had the leg, didn't have the accuracy.
All right, that is 17-14 at the half with a hard-fought first half.
What
by
a
your
first
GMC
half, though.
Bulldogs.
It is exactly what you would anticipate when the fifth-ranked team in the country takes on number 13. It is halftime. And before we send it to our conversation, preceded by a break with Devin McKinney.
Celebrating education today.
Let's take a look at scoring in the first half. 8:14 to play in the first. Lambert for the Badgers, a 4-yard touchdown run. Kick good. Badgers by 7. Wilson on the receiving end of a Smith 23-yard touchdown strike. Kick good at the 13:29 mark of the second stanza. And the Badgers led at 14-0. They extended the lead to 17-0 on a Kessler 42-yard field goal at the 10:28 mark in the first half. But then back came the Bulldogs, a 23-yard touchdown pass. Cooper to Jones. Kick good, 17-7 the score.
So if you would please draw
and then a 59-yard Cooper touchdown run at the 132 mark. Kick good. And the Bulldogs at the half down by 3. Devin McKinney, our halftime guest, right after this.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Ortho Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Great to have with us at halftime Devin McKinney, the running backs coach at Georgia Military College. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm doing great. It's great to have you aboard. I always do the disclaimer for folks watching. We are actually airing this at halftime, but obviously you're a little busy at halftime, so we're not doing this at the half. We're recording it in advance. Before we talk about what you might be doing at this very moment, I want a little information on Devin McKinney. So let's go back. Give us some football bio on Devin McKinney.
Yes, sir. So my upbringing, I'm originally from South Jersey. If you are not familiar with South Jersey, we're more closer to Philadelphia. They're on the East Coast. Out of high school, I did not have the grades. So I had to go to junior college. So I understand the junior college grind that these kids go through. So I went to junior college in California, all the way on the West Coast. My mom, she did not want me to go at first, because, I'm her baby, for me to go all the way out there. But it was a new opportunity for me, right? I went out there, I was focused, it was a new start. I worked my butt off when I went out there in California. And then from there, I graduated with my associate's degree and I earned a scholarship to Louisiana Tech University.
Well, obviously, you have progressed past that point where you said you might have struggled a little bit grade-wise. Obviously, you have made the grade. And not only Louisiana Tech, now coach at Georgia Military College. Prior to Georgia Military, it's my understanding you spent some time at Snow, which presents kind of a unique situation for this weekend. So after your playing days,
yes, sir,
bring us to the coaching aspect. What got you to Snow and eventually the GMC?
Yes, sir. So after my playing days, I was chasing it for a while. I played arena football professionally, went to a few CFL camps, but I just love the game, right? I just love being around the kids, helping these young men develop. Just wanted to give back. The game of football did a lot for me. The first one in my family to graduate out of my immediate family. So I just wanted to figure out, what did I want to do to still to serve and to help and to fulfill, myself, and coaching was it. So got a chance to coach at Blinn in Texas, Blinn College. And like you said, from there I went to let me take it back. I actually in 2020 during COVID, I got a chance to do an internship at Arizona State. I was working with the strength and conditioning staff. That was a great opportunity for me. I love working out. I love fitness. So I just wanted to get into it just to see how it was. During that time, COVID had hit. The world changed from COVID. So my internship actually got shut down. They let a lot of us go. And then from Arizona State, I went on to Blinn. That was a great opportunity just to get some experience to coach in the state of Texas. That was an honor for me. If you guys don't know about Blinn, Cam Newton actually went to Blinn. Mm-hmm. So that was a good opportunity. And then from there, my family, we lived in Arizona. So I've been living on the West Coast during that whole time. So I left Texas to get more closer back to my family. And like you mentioned, I got an opportunity to go to Snow. So Snow is in Utah. It's a lot more closer to Arizona, where I was at with my family. So that's why I took the opportunity to go to Snow.
It's interesting that you have had maybe more experiences than all or most from the standpoint of you playing in a junior college system. And a lot of folks may not realize that there is junior college in California that is not part of the NJCAA, but it is junior college that produced the likes of Aaron Rodgers. He was a junior college California product. And then you go to plan, of course, in that Southwest Junior College Football Conference, very tough conference. You go to Snow, which is a very tough junior college football program, and now at GMC. So you've got some unique junior college experiences.
Yes, sir, I do. I just try to give these guys as much information as possible through my experience, like you mentioned. Anything I can do to help these young men develop, that's what I believe that I'm here to do. Like I said, to help and to serve and just help these men be better, right? And not only just on the field, off the field, right? Better men in the community. Hope these men be good husbands, right? Good fathers, graduate from GMC or move forward and graduate. So anything that I can give to these guys to help them develop, that's what I'm here to do.
Since you have played junior college in California and you are now coaching in the NJCAA, are they very similar? I mean, what are the comparisons between California's version of junior college and the NJCAA, or is there any distinguishable difference?
They're pretty much the same. I mean, football is football. I would say the competition level could be a little bit more harder in the NJCAA, but it is a lot of talent out there in California. But from week in to week out, even our conference, we play a lot of top-ranked teams, opponents. California, they have a lot of tough teams as well, but it's a little different. But they're similar in a lot of ways as well.
All right, let's talk about Georgia Military College, running backs in particular. And I want to talk about Jamarian Walker, because Jamarian Walker in 3 ball games had 245 yards. In the next 2, he's had about 280 yards.
Yes, sir.
What has led to this change in Jamarian Walker?
Man, Jamarian Walker, man, that kid, anything we ask him to do, he does. His nickname, I don't know if you guys know, we call him the Bruiser, because that's what he does to defense. He bruises them, man. He hardworking kid, very smart. He loves to get better, right? Hey, coach. He studies the game. Hey, coach, I noticed this on the defense. Hey, even during the game, I always ask him questions like, hey, what are you seeing out there? Hey, coach, that linebacker, he's scraping inside. That defensive end, he's getting a lot of penetration. So he definitely helps me, right? I can't take all the credit. He definitely helps me become a better running back coach.
Where running the football is concerned, Georgia Military College does it far more than passing the football, at least at this particular point in the season. For a running back coach, is it fair to assume you're like, hey, cool, we want to run the ball? Who cares about throwing it? We want to run the football.
Yes, sir. That's our identity. We got to run the ball, right? And once we run the ball, that would definitely set up our passing game, right? Play action, RPO action. But yes, we will run the ball. We got to run the ball. We as a running back coach, we always got to acknowledge our offensive line. I tell my running backs all the time, hey, hey, high five those guys, right? They're the guys that's blocking for you. Always treat them to a meal, or you guys do something fun with the offensive linemen. So we definitely, Coach Crawford, he's doing a good job as well, getting those guys prepared. But it doesn't start with just the running backs. It definitely starts with the offensive line. And, our job is to, stay on our tracks, stay on our landmarks, and just, get first downs. If we get an opportunity to make a big play, make the big play. Ball security, right? Holding on to the ball, right? We don't want to give any turnovers. So that's the main thing that I preach to these guys. And we will continue to get better throughout the week. But yeah, that's our identity. We want to run the ball here at GMC.
Where Georgia Military is concerned, obviously, we don't want any injuries. We don't want guys getting banged up, but it's part of the game. They get banged up. There have been players come out. Walker, I think, has sat out a few plays due to minor injuries. McKeithen as well. Yes. If Walker gets hurt, are you comfortable with the guys who would come in his stead?
Yes, great question. Our mentality here, what I teach in my room, next man up, right? So I tell these guys, when you're in practice and you're getting reps, you are a starter, right? Treat yourself, have the mindset that you're a starter. So a lot of these young guys, they're eager to play. I'm telling them just to wait your turn, be patient. But hey, when your number is called, make sure that you're ready. So these guys are ready, Coach. We are preparing them to be ready. I'm hoping that Jamarion is continue to get healthy. He's going to treatment. He's doing what he has to do. Like you mentioned, Terry, he's banged up a little bit. But yes, these next guys, they're hungry, and they're excited, and they will be ready. Next man up. That's our mentality.
I guess people like me think of a running back coach as coaching basically the running aspect of a running back, but there's also the catching the pass aspect. How much of a role do you play in coaching that, in catching the football for a running back?
Oh, yes, sir. Catching the ball, seeing the ball. And when you catch the ball and you're in open field, we always want to make the first defender miss, right? That's very important. So it's a very unique position, right? Because you're running the ball, you got to catch the ball, and you also have to pass protect, right? So those are three things that I tell these guys. You got to be able to block, right? You got to be able to pass protect. You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to make defenders miss in open space, and you got to be able to run the ball as well.
Halftime. I mentioned earlier that we want to know what you're doing at halftime. So it is halftime when this is being aired. What are you as the running back coach doing?
Just getting those guys ready, making adjustments throughout the game. Hopefully we will be doing a great job running the ball. I know we got I think Snow is ranked number 5th in the country. Got a tough opponent, but we'll be fine. Just making adjustments throughout the game. What can we do to continue to improve our running game? Continue to improve our pass protection, and also anytime we get a chance to catch the ball, let's go score, right? Let's go get a first down, right? Note it down in distance. Make sure you know what you're doing pre-snap, post-snap, all those things that I'll be telling these guys during halftime.
You were at Snow a year ago, so obviously you were very familiar with their program. How much of a role has that played in this week of preparing for Snow, your knowledge of them?
So last year I was on the defensive side at Snow. I was working with the linebackers. That was a good opportunity for me. This year, as you mentioned, I'm on the offensive side, coaching the running backs. So I pretty much know have an idea of their defense. So all the knowledge previously that I were at from Snow, I'm just giving them the information to help our guys be prepared this week for Snow.
And an incentive for you to fare well. I mean, I know you want to win the game no matter what and play well against Snow, but is there an added incentive since you worked there last year?
Repeat that.
Is there an added incentive for you to play well, for Georgia Military to play well against Snow, who you were coaching for a year ago?
Oh, yes. I'm Coach. Man, it's everybody is locked in. Everybody is focused. But for me, this is definitely the game that I want to win every game, right? But this is the game right here. A tough opponent coming in. This is the game that I want just for me being there last year. I definitely want to get that W this week for sure.
Well, Coach, we're with you. We want the W too. Hey, thanks so much for being with us at halftime. Great conversation and good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bug House Pest Control. Protect your house with Bug House.
Ortho Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Was any indication we are in.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Wow, what a first half of action. As a matter of fact, what a second stanza. Snow College jumps out in front 17-zip, but it was in quarter number 2 where the Bulldogs scored 2 touchdowns. Cooper throwing one, running for the other. Extra point kicks good. And a missed field goal. We think. The officials say it was missed. Okay. They're right there. We're back here. They got a better view. We don't. So a missed field goal is the only thing that kept this from being a tie game at the half. As we get ready for second half action, and the Bulldogs will receive it first.
Going to get the ball first here to start second half.
By the way, you see on your scoreboard a number. Keep that number in mind. Stick it in your phone. You know what we do in the third quarter, right? Our veterans of coverage know. Our newcomers maybe not. As you got the 26-yard line, the line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs with the opening drive of the second half. So Flood brings it to the 26. That's where the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10. All right, here's the process. In quarter number 3, we take your shout-outs. Now, I've already mentioned I'm multitasking and not good really at any single task, much less multitasking them.
Balls on the 26-yard line.
But I'm going to add one more in the third quarter, and that's taking your shout-outs. 334-488-1385, the number on the scoreboard, and here's how the shout-outs work. You text me. You say, hey, tell so-and-so go get them, or good game, or attaboy. Now, here's what we're looking for in the shout-out. Who is it to? Who is it from? Where is it from? Hand off to Walker, and Walker to the 30 for 4.
Walker from the interior.
The must-haves are who's it to and who's it from. Well, I guess you could just say who it's to. And we'd have to say who it's from, but we kind of want that. What we would like is to know where you're watching the game from, too. So if you could stick that in. And you got a little watch party going on? Somehow get us in the picture. The iPhone, the iPad, the big screen, the PC, and then y'all. Snap a photo, send it to, and we'll get it on social media later. Cooper dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard.
Keeper on that.
And we'll do it all third quarter long. So if the quarter goes quickly, yeah, you got a lot of time. If it goes slowly, you got plenty of time. 334-488-1385. Good to hear from Ladarius Caesar. Shout out to GMC Bulldogs from Pizza. Love y'all boys. Ladarius, saw him in the backfield many a time. 99-yard touchdown run
Bulldogs.
in his tenure here. Good to hear from you, Ladarius. Cheering for his dogs. Cooper to pass. Pocket collapses, and he does too at the 30. So the opening drive of the second half
Complete that pass. Quarterback keeper
proving
got back
fruitless
up
for
to
the
30-yard line,
Bulldogs.
bring up 4th down and 6.
3 and out.
The punt team's coming on.
Badgers will get it. And it's trotting onto the field to kick it away. It's Wyatt Hurst, the 6'2", 175-pound sophomore from Albany, Georgia. Lambert back at his 34 to receive. Pretty strong rush. The kick will drop at the 31 and pretty much stays put there.
Hunt bounces around.
And that's where the Badgers
just
will take
on
over
this
first
side of
down
the
and
30-yard
10
line.
for their first second-half drive. First 17 points, Badgers. Next 14, Bulldogs.
1st and 10 for Snow College.
And Snow College will take over first down and 10 at the 31.
We have a moment. We have a very special guest in our stands today who has chosen to spend her special.
A reminder,
day
we got
with
baseball
us
going
at
on today,
Davenport
too, in
Field.
Alabama. You want to catch
That
maybe at
is
halftime or
number
after the ball
Jerry
game
Butler's
showcase
little
series.
sister, Haley,
Fall
who turns
baseball.
9 years old today.
Feel free, Jason
So
Thompson on the
happy
call.
birthday, Haley. Thanks
And
for
then I'll
spending
head
with
to
us.
Baymonette, Alabama,
We're
be
gonna
there
give you
for
birthday present
a
of
9
home
a.m. first
football
game
win.
tomorrow.
How about that?
As we've got more baseball coming your way on Sunday. Handoff given to Tillman, and Tillman squeaks out a yard or two.
50 for the Bulldogs on the tackle, Dalen Howard.
Actually, that is going to be Lambert on the
carry.
carry.
That's going to be 2nd down and
Keep
about 9
anticipating
yards to
more
go.
Tillman than Lambert, but we've been getting more Lambert than Tillman. And Lambert will get a yard out of it. Bring up a 2nd down and 9. Couple of receivers to this side, one to the opposite. On a 2nd and long up the middle. Lambert will stumble forward for 5, 3rd and 4 coming up.
Number 42, that's our cadet on the tackle, Jonathan Wiley.
The number 5, the number 13th ranked team in the country.
And 4 to go.
Battling it out here in Milledgeville. Davenport Field. Next week we head to South Carolina. Home game in Casey,
Bulldog defense,
but not
get
at
a third down
Davenport.
Stop here. The second half has started.
Bulldogs trying to do the same thing the Badgers did, a 3 and out. They'll get it.
Great pass coverage. by
Incomplete
number 2,
pass
Kyle
intended
Payne
for
there,
Magruder.
forcing the incomplete pass with that pressure.
And it
coming
brings
up
up
the
a
middle.
4th down in a
That'll
punting
bring a 4th down for
situation.
Snow College. Let's give it up for that GMC
So both
Bulldog
teams kind of
defense.
feeling
Get
their
the stop.
way here in the second. Shout out says go Dogs, number
Good
55.
coaching, good
Let's eat.
calls, good
Dad, love you from the
execution.
hospital room. Darn, Dad. Hate that you're in the hospital room. Unless
Number
maybe you're
81
visiting
back to
somebody
return the
else, and
punt.
we hate it for whoever you might be visiting if that be the case.
Darryl Bland
But hope
Jr.
whomever is in the hospital gets better
Fair
soon.
catch signal.
Bland with a fair
Put the
catch
ball
at the
right up
28.
27-yard line.
And that is where the Bulldogs will take over first down and
Hope
10.
that you enjoyed halftime. Got a little bite to eat down
Shout
there at
out
the
to
concession
Deshaun
stand.
Powell, number
Certainly
85. Go
appreciate our
Bulldogs.
Bulldog
Love Mom
family
and Dad.
Consistently opens that for
Let's
us.
go Jamarian
Want you to
Walker.
know
We
that
love
all
you
the
from
proceeds
Mom.
that go to benefit
Hashtag Great
our
Gatsby.
student athletes and student
Get your
programs
back,
right here
son.
at Georgia Military College. Makes a
GMC number
substantial
5,
difference.
Brian
We're certainly
Williams. I
grateful
love
for
you.
that. I know
Watching
you're
from
grateful to have a little
Arkansas.
bite to eat.
Kiana, your sister. Let's go Bulldogs. Come on,
Second
Coach.
opportunity for the
Put
GMC
Eli in.
Bulldogs to have the ball here. In the
Love you,
second
son.
half. Still 17-14 is your score. Just a
334-488-1385. Shout outs in
that
the
offense
third.
can do. Move that ball down the field.
Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, and even if you're not, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Handoff inside the number
The more the merrier.
26,
Can't get
Marion
enough.
Walker.
There's no limit. I mean, heck,
Certainly our
as many as
workhorse
possible
running
can
back for us
subscribe,
today.
right?
Continue to churn
And
out
at about
yards.
3,400, I think we're a long
Moves
way
ahead a
from the
little
back.
bit. It's
Shout
gonna
out
be second down
to
and
Janario
7 to go.
Holt Jr. from Grandma Barbie in Athens, Georgia. Thank you very much, Athens and Barbie. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Second drive of the second half for Georgia Military. Bulldogs
second
trying
down,
to get
6
that
yards to
overall
go
mark
for
to
your
4 and
Bulldogs.
2. Win their 3rd in a row. Cooper on the keeper, and he'll be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage at the 30.
Quickly wrapped up by number 54 from Snow College.
Well, if you're looking
on
for
the quarterback
signatures
keeper.
wins, this would be it. I mean, knocking off number 9, Lackawanna, that's big. But you knock off number 5, Snow, that's bigger. Go Dalen. Number 50, says the shout-out.
Ball on the 30
Loss of a
yard
couple
line.
of yards brings up a third down and 8.
yards to go for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs have got to get across the 38 to pick up the first. Colin Hogan out with a concussion. Won't play today. Give goes to Walker, and he'll be dropped for no gain.
Inside carry by Jamarian Walker. Quickly wrapped up by Snow College. They'll bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs.
So it'll bring up a 4th down in a punting situation.
9:50 and ticking here in the 3rd quarter. 17-14 still your score. For one more shot.
Lambert again to receive, stands back at the 35.
Jack and Pickle Barrel Cafe today. Certainly appreciate you being there for us.
Inside 10 to play in the 3rd. High but relatively short kick.
An unfortunate bounce back
And
the
it
other
will
way.
take a Badger bounce.
Was out around midfield.
And let's see where the official spots it at the 47 of the Bulldogs.
Looks like Snow will start on this side of the 50-yard
So the second
line.
drive of the second half of the Badgers
47.
begins inside Bulldog territory. At the 47. Well, we are off to South Carolina next week. Lewisburg and Georgia Military. I think that's the Hurricanes and the
First and 10
Dogs.
Snow from GMC's 47-yard line. 17-14 still your score.
Line of scrimmage, the 47.
And
Pass
look at that
caught,
quick
but dropped
screen and a
immediately is
tackle
Carter.
by number 3 out there in the flat, Dante Brown.
Brown on the stop. Gain of a yard.
Might have picked up a yard. We're going to call it
Brings up a second down and 9. Snow's only loss coming in the hands of Trinity Valley. That was by 7 to begin the season. Since then, 3 straight wins. Smith the pass. And it's incomplete. Had a receiver open.
Front. That falls
But could not get it to King.
Third down, 9 yards to go for Snow. Big opportunity for the GMC.
And it'll bring up a third down and 9.
To rise up.
$8:41 to play, quarter number 3.
All right, here we go, crowd. Let's make a little bit of noise on 3rd and 9.
Smith the pass. Fires, caught, stopped immediately,
Number
and
3
dropped.
on that
It'll be
tackle
4th down
once
and 3,
again,
close to
Dante
4.
Brown.
Question is, do you go
That
for it
does bring up
if
4th
you are the
down.
Badgers?
He's able
They
to
have
get
gone
right to
for
it
it
on the complete pass.
in similar circumstances in the first half. Will they do it again here in half number 2? It appears as though they're keeping their offensive players on the field, so the intent is to go for it.
41-yard line, 4th down.
Let's see if Smith goes
and
with a
here we
hard
go.
count. Well, we'll see after the injury timeout. Dante Brown seated. A little shoulder injury. And he will come to the sidelines. $8 minutes, 19 seconds left to play in the 3rd stanza. Here's a big 4th down. 3rd and 4th down has been the Bulldog Achilles heel. They sure would like to wrap it up, heal it up, and have a loss of Badger downs, get the football back here.
4th and
see what Smith and company have. Give goes to Lambert. He is stacked up before he got to the first down marker. Bulldogs hold.
That play right there. All right, let's give it up to that D. Great stop on 4th down, fellas.
Big stop after it appeared as though the Badgers had reversed the field on a drive that started at the Bulldog 47.
GMC offense taking
but only a total of 5 yards out of the drive. Well, a little more than 5. About 9 on the drive. And the Bulldogs will take over first down and 10 at the 39. Mentioned the injury to Colin Hogan. He has not played today. Thought we might see Abe Stowe. Stowe, coach is hoping they could redshirt him. Thus far, hasn't been needed. Stretching it out, and now drop for a big loss. Back to the 22. Lane.
Loss on first down. We have an injury down on the field.
And you've got an injured Bulldog lying at the 29-yard line. That is a big loss of 12. And now the injury, which obviously is of more concern. Haven't been able to pick up both numbers yet.
I want to say thank you to a couple of our key sponsors.
To give you a name.
The Butler Ford and Honda, one of our title sponsors of GMC Junior College Athletics.
It is Arroyo.
Glad to see number 40.
Got his bell wrong, but says he's okay.
He's able to get back into the ball game very soon. Ivan, hope that you're well. A little bit of appreciation.
Wow, what a big loss. Back to the 25.
Being here to take care of our student athletes.
Loss of 13 brings up a second down and 23.
All right, 2nd and 20.
Shout out to GMC's number 5, Williams. We're watching and we love you, Brittany and Mike.
Long distance for the Bulldogs.
Shout out to Jakari Jones, number 5, from Mom and Brothers in Monroe, Georgia. Thank you very much, Monroe, for checking in. Second and 23, needing a big second down play. And Williams not going to be able to pick up any additional yardage. Hit hard. Coaches wanting a late hit, but apparently not going to get it.
Runner forced out of bounds. Marion Walker on the carry once again. Clock continues.
3rd down and 23. Got to get to the 48 to pick up the first.
Ball is on the 26-yard line.
Chip Cooper on a 3rd and plenty. He'll be dropped at the 34. And it'll bring up a 4th down and long situation. Punting time for the Bulldogs.
Bring up 4th down, about 15 to go.
Trotting onto the field to do the honors is Mason Maddox, 33 yards a punt. Has had a 41-yarder today. Would love to get that and then some as Lambert stands at his 33 awaiting. High snap brings it in. Able to get the kick off. And it will take a Bulldog roll.
That's a friendly GMC roll right there.
Down to the 20-yard line. They got fans saying that their kicker, Mason Maddox, roughed up.
Our punter took a hit there. Hopefully he's going to be all right as he comes off the field.
Well, let's see. Let's go back and see if there's a valid argument.
Will be 1st and 10 for Snow. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not a lot of contact. Officials say insufficient to warrant the infraction. Line of scrimmage 20. Lambert caught at the 21.
Number 95 on the tackle for GMC. It's Arnold Morton out there.
Well, I don't get to say the antithesis of in football that often.
Short pickup on that brings up.
But at least thus far,
9 to go.
This half, the antithesis of half number 1. Half number 1, if my limited math skills are correct, 31 points. And nothing thus far in half number 2. Pass is caught out to the 28, a couple of yards shy of a first.
Kylon Payne. Bring up third down.
Brings up a third down and short. More shout-outs. This one to Mason Maddox. The Neesmith family loves you. Shout out to the whole Bulldog team from Ken Franks. Thank you very much, Ken. First down across the 33 to the 34.
That will be enough for a first down for Snow. About 3 different GMC Bulldogs on the tackle.
Of course, Ken Franks, the grounds manager. Talk about a good-looking place, and it is due in large part, in a major part, to Ken Franks and his crew. Good to hear from you, Ken. And off to Lambert across the 40 to the 42.
That's Gavin Bloom on the tackle. Brings him down after a pickup about 8 yards, leaving second down and 2 to go.
Brings up a second down and 2, football to the 41. Another give to Lambert. Lambert back to the line of scrimmage. Might have squeaked out a half yard, third and short.
Getting for no gain. Heading to third down and 2 to go.
Shout out from Stonecrest, Georgia. Go Bulldogs, and number 75. Inside 4 to play in the third. On a third down and short, Bulldogs would love to make it a 4th and long. And boy, that will depend upon the spot, but it sure looks like a first.
A whole other host of Bulldogs up on that.
Tillman on the carry. And the officials already indicating move the sticks.
Looks like they got just enough of that first down.
Out of the 45, we're in his first down and 10.
Ball on the 45-yard line, first and 10.
More consecutive run plays than at any point in the ball game, and this is a productive one. Inside the 30 with the overstreet carry.
That's Marco Barlow on the tackle after a big pickup for Snow College. Give him a fresh set of downs.
Snow go into a hurry up and running the football.
First and 10.
Give it to a fresh set of legs, and Overstreet makes his way to the 30. Another run right up the middle. That is Tillman.
Trevion Barnes on the tackle.
To the 21.
Snow College with a hurry-up offense rolling.
Yeah, the Bulldogs say, hey, we need to stop this momentum.
Timeout, GMC.
Call a timeout.
First charge timeout of this half.
Talk strategy.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship-trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
They got a former Georgia Military College coach in our midst. There is Coach Smith. Now in Bayside Academy. down in
All
Daphne,
right, here we
Alabama.
are, 2nd and 2. Snow
Working with
College
Barrett Trotter.
coming out of the timeout.
Back to a passing game for Smith.
The 32 on the tackle, Devin Thomas.
Complete pass for a gain of a couple,
All right,
brings
here
up
we
a
are,
third down and a
Snow
couple.
moving in a hurry-up offense.
Smith on the keeper, nowhere to go for Smith.
There it is, number 25 on the tackle, Jared Ned sniffed that right out. Brings up 4th down, with a loss of about a yard on the play. All right, big opportunity.
Smith on the stop brings up a 4th down and a couple.
Continue to work. 4th down, 3 yards
Bulldogs
to go.
held on the last 4th down. Will they hold on this one? 4th and 2 at the 22, and it would appear Lambert's got the first.
25 on the tackle, Jared Ned once again on the inside run. Got to find out if it was enough or not.
Bulldogs say they've stopped him, but it sure looks from this vantage point as though they did not. Of course, it depends on the spot. And let's see where they're going to place the football. Well, apparently the football is actually here on the near sidelines. I'm assuming. I don't see it there. And they're going to bring the sticks from the opposite side of the field. A lot of humanity between the camera and the football, so I am not exactly sure
Looks like
where
we're
it
going to
is.
a measurement, see if that is a 1st down carry or not.
So the chains will be brought from the other side of the field. Stretch it out and we'll see. Is it 1st and 10? Bulldogs or Badgers? First down, Badgers.
Measurement did not go our way. Looks like it will be 1st down for Snow College.
So it is 1st down and 10. Inside a couple of minutes to play here in quarter number 3 on a sunny Saturday afternoon here in Milledgeville. Boy, was it forevermore hot about a month ago. Very pleasant today. And from a cool perspective and a lack of heat perspective, it should get a little more pleasant. Each Saturday we're here.
41 left in the 3rd quarter.
First down and 10, just inside the 20. And there is a penalty marker. Probably illegal procedure. Moving a little bit early was Overstreet, anxious to get that football, and it is a false start.
Offense.
They don't call it on Overstreet,
Still
though.
1st down.
They say it is a
We'll
Wilfred
take a move in the other direction. That does make it 1st and 15
illegal
for Snow
procedure.
College. 1:29 to go in the half. 17-14 is your score.
5-yard mark off brings up a 1st down and 15.
Hard-fought competition here today.
Smith the pass. Flushed out of the pocket, crushed at the
There it
29.
is. That's the sack we were looking for. 3 Bulldogs gathering around. Got to give credit to 91.
A loss of
Brian
4,
Dennis on
bringing
that.
up a 2nd
That's
down
tough.
and
We need to push
19.
it back a little bit more.
A scoreless 3rd thus far. Shout out says, let's go Jamarian Walker, number 26, Lavante Mimi, and Casper. 2nd and 19, another flag, another false start, another 5 yards the other way.
Offense, number 66. Still 2nd down.
All right, that'll knock it back even a little bit more.
It was Nate Fianco called with illegal procedure. And it's now a 2nd down and 24.
All right, ball on the 34-yard line for Snow College. 2nd and a long way to go.
Football on the 34. Lambert, the guy in motion. Tillman by Smith. Handoff given to Tillman. And he'll be lassoed down at the 29.
As Jakiri Jones pulling him down to the ground
And
on that tackle.
Might be it for the 3rd.
Get the stop after pickup of a few.
There is an
Looks like we
injured
have an
Badger.
injury down on the field.
That may be Tillman, which could be part of the reason why Tillman has not gotten as many carries today as he typically would. Might have came in with a little bit of something. Down in the moment. And I think we are his stand up and trip to the sideline away from the 4th.
Let's see that young man making his way off the field.
Let's see if they start the clock with 2.4 remaining. Or if we run one more snap. Here in the 3rd. Looks like we're going to get a snap. 3rd down. We'll call it 18. Football at the 29-yard line. Well, they've started the clock, and that is it. So we won't get another play. We'll call it a quarter.
Right,
Hand to the 4th
quarter.
in a 3-point game.
Let's see 4th quarter. Here we go.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Fourth quarter action gets underway in a 17-14 game, a scoreless 15 minutes in the second half. And it is 3rd down and 18.
All right, here we go. Start of the 4th quarter.
Snow with the football, Smith with Lambert by his side. Got a receiver open in the end zone, but couldn't get him.
Thankfully, that pass ball
Incomplete, brings up a 4th. And apparently you got the kick team coming in. Well, coming into the ball game, the longest field goal had been 32 yards. They've already hit a 42-yarder, and this will be a 46-yard effort.
Looks like a field goal attempt for Snow.
Trying to extend it to a 6-point lead. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Haven't had a 40-plus yarder all season long and have had 2 in this one. And Snow leads it by 6.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Kessler hitting his second 40-plus yard field goal. Came in 1 of 2 with a 32-yard effort. He is 2 for 2 in this one.
Anywhere by attending GMC. Our main campus is always ready to help you get enrolled. Check out our website at gmc.edu for details.
That'll go out of bounds. So the ball should be brought out to the...
Kickoff is a touchback. GMC will start.
I check that, touchback.
Line.
So instead of the 35, the 25.
Just a hair under 15 minutes to go in the ball game.
All right, we've wrapped up the stanza, but do have a few shout-outs that technically came in the third. So we can get them to you. Sending a shout-out to Patrick Williams and the team. Shout-out to number 5. Shout-out to GMC number 5, Brian Williams, from his big brother, JJ.
Every Saturday.
Hey, thanks for all the shout-outs. Wherever you're watching the game, whether it's here in Georgia, out there in Utah, in between or beyond, a delight to have you aboard. And don't forget to follow us on all the social media outlets. Walker pounding his way to the 34.
Nice pickup on first down. The ball will be spotted.
That'll be a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
33-yard
Certainly no panic for the Bulldogs. A 1-score ball game here in the 4th stanza.
2nd and 2 here.
So, yeah, some assignments. You don't have to do them now, but maybe after the game, of course, you don't have to do them at all. That must be nice homework. I mean, homework that you're asked to do but don't have to do. Man, if I only had that back in school. Walker got back to the line of scrimmage. But if you would follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And by the way, got a couple of first-half clips. Traquan Jones, the touchdown reception from Cooper. Cooper, the 59-yard touchdown run, both on Twitter. That might have been a loose football. I don't think it was a first down. Badgers indicating it is their football. Officials haven't said, and it is going to be 4th down.
Less than a yard.
Wow. Are you going to go for it here on a 4th down at about a half yard deep inside your own territory in a 1-score game? Talk about a gutsy gambling move if this is not for the purpose of trying to draw somebody off sides. If it is actually to snap the football and go for it, wow, ball game could be on the line here. And it looks like the desire was to try to draw somebody off sides, and that's not going to happen. A disciplined Badger squad. And the Bulldogs will call time just as the play clock expires. So never a intent to run the play on a 4th down and about a 1.5 feet. It was to try to get the Badgers off sides, and they didn't. So a punting situation.
All right, 4th and 6 for GMC. Ball on the 29-yard line.
New returner back to receive the kick is Tyreek Carter. He won't get an opportunity, though. It will roll down to the 32.
Stops himself right about the 33-yard line.
And that's where the Badgers take over, 1st down and 10.
32-yard line. We'll take an extra yard. 1st and 10 for
1 score in the 2nd half.
In the 4th quarter, your score
and that was a Kessler 46-yard field goal. That has been it. '14 ball game with 12:25 to play. A reminder that at the end of the ball game, we talk with Coach Rob Manchester. That conversation available on Facebook. So we wrap up our coverage here. When he gets through with what he does on the field after the game, gets up here to the box, and we will talk on Facebook. First down and 10, Badgers. Smith the pass. Fires incomplete.
Ball is overthrown. Falls harmlessly to the grass. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Solid.
And Wilson open, couldn't get him. And it brings up a 2nd down and 10. Smith got off to a blazing start. He had about 8 of his first 9 passes. Since then, it's been about a 50-50. Incomplete with a pass over the middle.
There by number 19 on that stop, Ja'Cory Walker.
Trying to get it to Overstreet.
Bringing up 3rd and 10 for Snow. 12:13 to go in the ball game.
Walker with a stop. And it brings up a 3rd down and long.
All right, opportunity for our defense to get another big stop here on 3rd
Again, it's been the Achilles heel for the Bulldogs. Badgers. Incomplete pass.
Pass falls
Overstreet, the intended target.
on the field.
There is a penalty flag, however. Back at the 48. And let's see what the infraction is. Well, whatever the infraction was, I never saw or heard the official indicate, but it is a 10-yard mark-off against the Bulldogs, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Badgers.
First and 10, ball at the 42-yard line for Snow College.
4th quarter action here on JockJive. Enough given to Lambert. And Lambert will be wrapped up at the 47. Got 4 out of it, brings up a 2nd down and 6.
Javon Wynn. Pick up about 4. Looks like 2nd down and 6.
Smith with a couple of receivers to one side, one to this. Sidearms it in the direction of Pausal. And it is incomplete.
Bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
And brings up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 6, football at the 47. You got to get inside Bulldog territory if you're the Badgers, and inside the 38 of the Bulldogs to pick up the 1st.
3rd and 5. Need a big stop here, fans.
Another 3rd down play. And I've given to Lambert. And Lambert is going to pick up the 1st.
A lot of Bulldogs on that.
And that has just been the Badger makeup in this one.
45-yard line, which will be a 1st down for Snow.
Get to 3rd down, get to a 3rd down in which it looks like you got a chance to stop them. Their 3rd down efficiency has been extremely good today. And in this particular case, credit Lambert. Hit in the backfield, able to pick up the yardage necessary to get the 1st. Lambert inside the 35, still on his feet. And into the end zone, touchdown.
Number 28 for Snow on the carry, Spencer Lambert, and that's touchdown Snow.
45-yard touchdown run. Just broke tackles, makes his way to the end zone on the 10:46 mark, exactly 4 minutes after the Kessler 46-yard field goal. A 2-score lead, and that advantage now out to 13.
28-14, Snow.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Snow extending the lead to 13 with 10 minutes and 46 seconds left to play in the football game.
13-point lead for Snow with 10:46 to go in the
Kessler tees it up at the 35, boots it away, and let's see where the Bulldogs wind up. They'll start at the 35 with a kick that goes out of bounds. So the Bulldogs, who have been in a similar situation, down by 17 in the first half, fought back, had a couple of scores, and a chance to tie it at halftime. And those 2 touchdowns and that 1 field goal try came in the span of about 5 minutes.
On the 35-yard line.
And that was down by 17. Down by 13 with 10:46 to go. Plenty of time for the Dogs.
Good drive here and an opportunity to come down and put some points on the board.
Bulldogs looking to get points on the board. Haven't had a second half score yet. Cooper keeps it. Slides at the 39.
After a quick pickup of about 4.5 yards.
5-yard gain brings up a second down. Well, check that. That's more like a 3-yard carry. Second down and 7.
Ball on the 39-yard line. 6 to go.
Bulldogs working on a ball game that would be a first for this season, and that is a game in which the QB, one guy, takes all the snaps. Cooper dropped behind the line of scrimmage, loses a yard.
Cooper scrambled around the other side, brought down, right about the line of scrimmage.
Brings up a 3rd and long.
For the Bulldogs.
Inside 10 to play. Bulldogs needing to cross the 45 to pick up the first. Walker beside his quarterback. I don't think we've had another ball carrier outside of Walker and Cooper sacked back at the 29. There is a penalty flag. But that is typically in an area where you're going to get an offensive foul, not a defensive one. Let's see, though, if the Bulldogs may have gotten a break, and the infraction will give them another opportunity on 3rd down. And it looks like it could. And it does. So apparently in that scrum where typically you get a hold,
First down for GMC. Take that with
you've got a Badger face
half.
mask.
27-14 is your score.
That is a big penalty for the Bulldogs. Gets him inside Badger territory, picks up the first, puts him at the 46. Still with 9:24 to play in the football game in a 2-score contest. Needing 6 or 7 to make it a 1-score game. Cooper's pass caught over the middle.
And great catch by number 2 on that Frank Osorio Jr.
A little banged up as Osorio after the catch.
Passing by number 3 Chip
And he signaled to the sidelines, hey, get me out of the game.
First down.
And he is coming to the sidelines in pain. Picks up the first down and 10 at the 35. Walker beside Cooper. Pass caught. Walker inside the 20. Still on his feet inside the 10.
All the way down inside the 10-yard line is number 26, Jamarian Walker.
Yeah, pretty good receiver too. Runs the football, but has caught 4 on the year through the air. And obviously exceptional after the catch.
First and goal to go on the 8-yard line.
And it brings up a 4th down and goal at the 8. Got the Wildcat formation. Walker just busting his way down to near the end zone. Bulldogs say it's 6. Waiting for the official to indicate.
And the Wildcat offense there. Looks like he was just shy of the goal
And apparently
line.
didn't quite break the plane of the end zone.
On the 1.
And it is 2nd and goal at the 1. How about another dose of Walker? And this time he'll back his way into the end zone for the 6.
Jamarian Walker coming out of the Wildcat, running that ball right in, makes it 27-20. PAT on the way.
So the Bulldogs an extra point kick away from making it a 6-point contest. Britt Williams hasn't missed yet. And still hasn't. 27-21. 7:23 to go.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bug House Pest Control. Protect your house with Bug House.
Back to a 1-score game, 27-21. Badgers and Bulldogs battling here in Milledgeville, Georgia. And don't you dare go anywhere. You venture away from the computer, from the YouTube channel, from JockJive, you just might miss a fantastic finish.
Kick off, a lot of air behind it and deep. Returned out of the back of the end zone.
That's going to be brought out of the end zone and shoved out of bounds at the 44. That was the element of surprise by King. I think everybody thought he was going to down it in the end zone. He brings it out. Goes to the 44. There is a flag. There is a hold. And it is charged to Snow.
Holding on the return, number 27, from the 35-yard line, 10 yards back to the 25, first down.
So the point of infraction, the 25, that's where it'll be marked off from. We talk about it changing the complexion of a return. The return was out at the 44. Then you got the hold at the, well, apparently at the 35. So it has moved back to the 25, which ironically is where the football would have been brought out to had King called for the fair catch in the end zone.
Get ourselves a stop.
Dropped at the 24-yard line is Overstreet.
Number 8 again on the tackle. Travion Barnes bringing him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain, maybe even a loss of a few inches. Brings up a second down and long. Smith to pass. Steps up, fires, it is caught. Did he drop it? He did. Wilson lets go, it's on the turf. Bulldogs say they've got it, thought they had the pick, thought it didn't ever hit the grass.
That will bring up 3rd and 10 for your Bulldogs. Let's go, folks.
But the officials say it's incomplete, 3rd down and long.
Big Stun, get that ball back on 3rd and 10.
Bulldogs would love to get the football back with plenty of time. You know, where you're not as edgy, you know, last drive to try to take the lead. Smith will pass. Has a target wide open. There was nobody within 5 yards of Pau.
That'll be a fresh set of downs for them.
At the end of the ball game, when we take a look at 3rd down efficiency, it is going to be largely to the advantage of the Badgers.
1st and 10 Snow, 6 minutes and ticking.
Just able to pick up those firsts on 3rds and sometimes 4th. And they effectively pick up the yardage, get the first, keep the clock running as we wind inside 6. Lambert up the middle, caught from behind but dropped the football. Bulldogs have got it. Hopped right into the lap of Dante Brown. Lambert didn't know what was coming from the backside.
Here we go, Bulldogs. Great job, D.
And the loose football belongs to the Bulldogs. Boy, Lambert had just broken free mid part of the field. Didn't hear the footsteps. Didn't know an arm was reaching around from the backside.
That's how you get my good friend Mo on our side. Mo, last name Minto.
Brown with a fumble recovery. Bulldogs with a football. Six-point game inside 6 to play.
Ball game 27-21 is your score.
Handoff given to Williams, or Walker rather, and Walker hurdling would-be tacklers to the 41, gain of 8.
Walker with another carry. Stepping through would-be tacklers, making positive yards, bringing up a 2nd down.
Well, if you're the Bulldogs,
for us.
you are not in a hurry. The last thing you want to do is bring it down the field and leave a lot of time on the clock. You want to bring it down the field and leave a little time on the clock.
Looking to score.
Heck, why leave anything? Of course, there's a key part of that process, and that is getting points. Cooper picking up the first. Sidestepping Badgers inside the 40. And he'll be brought out of bounds at the 31.
How about that 1st down pickup by our quarterback, Chip Cooper? The pride of Sylvester, Georgia, and Worth County High School. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, I think it is safe to say Cooper's got himself a 100-yard day. I don't know his stats, but I know he's got a 59-yarder for a touchdown. And I know he's got about a 30-yarder there.
Ball on the 31.
And yeah, I'm really limited in the math department. We've already talked about that, but he's got to be above that century mark. 1st down. Flea flicker. Back it goes to Cooper, and Cooper!
And the trick play.
Did he get it into the end zone? He did. Reaches around the pylon. Touchdown.
What a great play call. My goodness. Coach Leland.
Bulldogs tie it up.
Great execution. And the Bulldogs have tied the score at 27-27 on a little bit of trickeration on a Saturday at Davenport.
Bulldogs trying to take their first lead on a Saturday afternoon. Snap. Hold and kick. Wow, what a time to miss your first extra point.
PAT is no good, but your Bulldogs have tied
And apparently
the score
Williams
at
injured.
27-27.
And that might be the reason for the errant kick. Off the mark with a kick, but it hurt Britton Williams in a 27-27 game.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
King to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll make his way to the 44.
Get credit on that tackle to number 80, Carlos Barlow, on the big return from Snow.
Bulldogs had not missed an extra point kick all year long.
The 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
And Williams is still tending to an injury, which apparently contributed to that line drive shot. It was a very unlike Williams extra point kick.
10 seconds to go, 27-27 here in Milledgeville, Georgia.
27 each. Lambert on the carry. Stopped after a gain of 2.
Tackled by number 25, Jared Ned. A little help from one of his friends. Picked up about 3 yards. It's like 2nd and 7.
Gained him a couple of yards, brings up a 2nd down and 8. Football just shy of the 48-yard line. And now you got the Badgers saying, hey, let's run the clock out. Let's get into scoring position. Let's get into Kessler field goal range, who is hit from 42 and 46 yards. Lambert on the carry, and not much there. Squeaked out another yard or 2.
Around there. Barnes leading the way.
To get into field goal range, I would assume you're talking 7 yards from the line of scrimmage with a holder, so about the 30.
Ball sitting on the 49-yard line.
Put the ball to the 30, snap it to about the 37. You're looking at a 47-yard effort. And Kessler is hit from 46 today, so you're thinking inside the 30.
3rd down stop. Here we go.
Gets the Badgers into field goal position. Bulldogs don't want them anywhere near the 30. Here's that down that has been so significant and has skewed so greatly towards the Badgers. 3rd down. Their efficiency has been very good. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage on the reception by Overstreet. Make that Wilson on the grab. It'll bring up a 4th down, and now you're the Badgers. Do you go for it on 4th and 6? No. And obviously that's what you would expect. Of course, there's always the possibility of a fake, but I don't know that you chance it here, because if you don't convert, you give the Bulldogs a couple of minutes to go half the field. So the Badgers are going to kick it.
4th down, great stop by the defense.
Kylan Payne back to receive at his 15. And the Bulldogs setting up the return. Payne will catch it inside the 15. Got a little running room up the middle to the 28. And that is where the Bulldogs hope to start and finish the last scoring drive of the football game.
30-yard line, 1 minute 43 seconds to go, and your Bulldogs with a chance to put some points on the board and pull out a W here today.
1:43 to play. And, of course, Williams hurt, so you're looking at one of your field goal kickers not available. The other, Mason Maddox, is. And he has hit 1 of 2 this season. Williams is the guy that is 4 of 6 in the field goal department.
All right, here we go, Bulldog fans. 1 minute, 43 seconds left.
1:43 in regulation.
27 is your score.
Tied at 27.
10 ball on the 29-yard line.
Pass dropped by Walker.
Quick screen pass out in the flat, falls incomplete.
Takes 3 seconds off the clock and brings up a 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10, ball on the 29-yard line.
Williams, 12 of 12. Prior to that miss that ties us at 27. Cooper keeps it, gets to the 30.
Inside,
squeaks out a yard.
Quarterback Chip Cooper.
Brings up a 3rd down, and the Badgers will call for time. Seeing an opportunity to possibly get the football.
1 yard pickup on the keeper by Cooper.
I am trying to think. I'm going back into the crevices of this very aged and overrun mind. I do not recall an overtime game in the approximately 8 to 10 years that I've been doing Georgia Military College football. We're not there yet. Inside a minute. Cooper on the keeper. And he'll make his way to the 35. We're getting closer. Got a timeout on the field asked for by Snow.
Timeout, Snow.
And a punting situation.
Please put the game clock back to 47 seconds.
Clock ticked down to 44. You heard the request. Put it back to 47. Tied at 27 with 47 seconds to play.
27 apiece, 4th down and 3 to go.
Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
4th down, punt time for the Bulldogs. Wyatt Hurst ready to kick it away. It's a decent punt. Fair catch called for and made by Tyreek Carter.
That's where they will start. 1st and 10, 41 seconds to go in the ballgame.
And the Badgers are 67 yards away from pay dirt. About 37 yards away from field goal range with 41 seconds to play in regulation. Wow, what a game. 17 unanswered Snow points to begin the ball game, but Georgia Military undeterred. Make it a 17-14 ball game. Snow gets back out in front by 13. Bulldogs come back, tie it up at 27. Smith the pass. He wants it all. Incomplete.
Pass
intended for King.
Defense there by number 11.
Shotomine King, the intended target. Brings up a 2nd down and 10.
35 seconds to go. Tie ball game.
Smith, is it caught? No, incomplete.
Out of bounds. We'll bring up 3rd and 10.
And it brings up a third down and 10.
And 10.
"30 seconds remaining in a 27 each game. And the difference thus far is a missed extra point kick after the Walker 1-yard touchdown
All right,
run.
fans, here we go. 3rd and 10. Need to make sure we get a stop here.
Smith fires over the middle, incomplete.
And great pass breakup. It falls incomplete to the grass. That'll bring up 4th and 10 with 25
Brings up a
seconds
fourth
to go in the
down.
ball game. 27-27 apiece.
Bulldogs will have a possession, albeit brief, before the fourth comes to an end.
Number 2, Kyle Payne back deep.
Payne standing at his 32. And he'll get a chance to return. Back to the 20. And slips down to the 23. "16 seconds left.
I guess he's brought down with no
Well, if you're the
flag on that
Bulldogs, what
one.
do you do?
Ball sitting on the 24-yard line.
Rely on OT. 16 seconds, you can get a couple of
16
plays in.
seconds to go in a tie ball game.
Or you can go to OT and take your chances there. Heck, you got 16 seconds. For some reason, our clock says 25. I'm not sure why that is. It's actually 16 remaining. We are integrated into the scoreboard, but it looks like for the moment, my scoreboard has stopped. Of course, if we go to OT, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, clock's not a factor. Ball put on the 25, and clock is a factor from play clock standpoint, but not game clock standpoint. And that apparently is where we're headed.
Takes a kneel down.
And let's see what the whistle is about. 12 showing, by the way.
Timeout, Snow.
Yeah, Snow calls timeout. So there's 12 seconds. I know our clock says 25. Long story, integrated into the scoreboard data sent from scoreboard to cloud. I pull it from the cloud. Apparently there's an interruption somewhere along the way. And as a result, we're stuck on 25 here when there's actually 12 in the game. But Snow will call time. And hey, using up those timeouts going, you never know. Could be a bobbled snap. Never know what could go wrong. So seizing, or at least trying to do so upon every opportunity. But it is looking more and more as if, and there I see that we got a first quarter posted, and obviously it's not the first, it's the fourth. So we got a completely discombobulated piece of data. Well, when you know it, technology can do that kind of thing. It can go discombobulated on you. And Snow using another timeout. Apparently delaying the inevitable, which is OT. That's their last timeout. But hoping maybe they get a bad snap here. And no ability to stop the clock. Regulation ends. We are headed to overtime in a 27-27 game.
Got ourselves a little OT.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The pathways to opportunities are endless at Georgia Military College. Since 1879, we have transformed students into effective leaders and engaged citizens, grounded in civility and respect for others. Whether you want a traditional college experience, something closer to home, or education online that suits your schedule, Georgia Military College is committed to helping you succeed. Start here. Go anywhere.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. Next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
Ortho Georgia Sports Medicine Center is proud to serve our Central Georgia athletes. We offer Georgia's most comprehensive team of sports medicine fellowship trained surgeons. The well-trained staff is committed to the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Ortho Georgia is excited to support student athletics by providing a free sports injury clinic in the fall on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The staff at Ortho Georgia works together to customize your rehabilitation program to ensure a speedy return to your activity. Remember Ortho Georgia, your home for orthopedic excellence.
Arroyo, the Georgia Military College captain, he's been showing us his dance steps as he makes his way to the mid part of the field, and this is where the captains will meet and we'll decide who's got the football first.
Okay, gentlemen, we're going to play overtime. Okay? There will be no game clock, but there will be play clocks, all right? First overtime, you can either go for 1 or for 2 if you score a touchdown or kick a field goal. The second overtime, you must go for 2. If we get to a third overtime, we start at the 3-yard line for 1 play for 2 points. Questions? Okay. You get 1 timeout per overtime. No timeouts carry over. So after the first overtime's over, you still get 1 for the second. You don't carry it over. Okay. All right, sir. Heads, tails. Call it for me now. Tails is called. Tails it. Okay. Snow has 1 to toss and elected to go into defense. Which end of the field you want to go? You want to go that way? Got it. All right, starting down here at the 25.
Well, there you heard all the explanations as to OT.
All right.
Coin toss won by the Badgers, so they have opted to go on defense first and see what they've got to do based on what Georgia Military College does do. Football spotted at the 25. No play clock, it's off, or actually no game clock. There is a play clock. It is the only thing that will tick in the house. I mean, outside of wristwatches and etc., but as far as pertaining to the game.
All right, here we go. GMC have possession first, starting on the 25-yard line. Opportunity.
Georgia Military with the football first. You can pick up a first. In this particular case, got to get inside the 15. First down and 10, Georgia Military. And if you're Georgia Military and you score, Cooper flushed out of the pocket, and he is not going to go anywhere. Dropped at the 26 and loses a yard.
Lost about 2 yards on that play, on the rollout.
We'll bring up a second down and 11. Back to the 26. And of course, if the Bulldogs do not score on their first possession and you're the Badgers, football logic would suggest you try to position yourself for a field goal, especially since you've hit from 42 and 46 yards, and you'll start inside that range.
Being a little tense during OT here. Keep cheering, keep chanting, keep clapping.
Second down, 11. Cooper over the middle, caught by Walker. Got the first down inside the 10. Precision passing to Walker. And of course, if you're the Bulldogs and you do score, as they go into the Wildcat formation, Walker churning his way down to about the 5.
Inside, trying to spin free. Bring up second down.
And I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. Let's worry about the score first. But if you do score, then you've got the decision as to go for 1 or 2. You go for 2 and make it, then you know, worst case, all the Badgers can do is tie it. Walker trying to get around the end, won't. Dropped at the 6. And it'll bring up third down and goal. And here comes Cooper back onto the turf.
6-yard line. Third and goal to go.
But yeah, good point. Worry about the 6 first. And discussion on 1 or 2 after the fact can come later. Third down and goal. Football spotted near the 7. Play clock at 15.
All right, Bulldog fans, here we go. Third down, goal to go. Needs 6 yards to hit pay dirt.
Cooper drops it, falls on it at the 10. And let's see if the field goal unit's coming out. They are.
Fourth down.
So in overtime, it will be a 28-yard effort from Mason Maddox. Keep in mind Britt Williams, who is basically the starting kicker from a field goal perspective, out with the injury after the miss. The 28-yarder is good.
And it is good. GMC takes the lead.
Bulldogs will take the lead.
This first session of overtime.
Badgers will get the football.
Georgia Military College provides opportunities to learn, to grow, to lead. The GMC Corps of Cadets will help you build a foundation to start your journey to success. As one of 4 military junior colleges in the nation, GMC provides character-based education, state-of-the-art facilities, physical training, leadership, history, and tradition. Be the leader that makes a difference. Start here. Go anywhere.
Step up.
And I've given Lambert. Lambert stopped at the 21.
Inside, tripped up by number 4. That is Mark Barlow on that.
Snow College, field goal ties it, send us to a second overtime. Touchdown wins it. Second down, and we'll call it 7, probably closer to a 6. And I've given to Overstreet. Got a little seam, but it closes quickly.
On the carry, wrapped up quickly by Travion Barnes.
Looked like he was going to pick up more than he did. Squeaked out a couple of yards, and it brings up a third down. 3rd down and 5. Well, let's see if the Badgers try to run it back more so to the mid part of the field to try to set up a possible field goal if they don't convert on a 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Get a big stop here.
Or do they go for it at all? Handoff given to Lambert. And Lambert will spin and turn for the first to the 11.
Great, ended up bringing down Travion Barnes. That will be enough for a 1st down for Snow.
So it is 1st down and 10 at the 11. Handoff given to Lambert. He will be dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Field by number 49, Kaylon Curry. That's what we needed right there. Great tackle by that young man, bringing him down. It's going to be a loss of about 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 14.
Brings up a 2nd down and 14. Football at the 18. Smith. Pass caught over the middle. And he's going to make his way very close to the end zone.
That'll be 1st down for Snow, but shy of the goal line.
Carter down to the 1. And there is an injured Bulldog in the end zone.
A young man down on the field for an injury timeout.
That is Walden, the injured Bulldog. Badgers are 1 yard away from winning it in overtime.
Glad to see him up and moving off the field.
Well, the Bulldogs got to put together a goal line defense here, a goal line stand. Or the Badgers will improve to 4-1 on the year and won't hurt their number 5 ranking.
All right, folks, here we are. 1st and goal on the 2-yard line for Snow. Ready for that interior defensive line to step up.
1st and goal inside the 1.
27, Snow, 30, GMC. Let's give up a good big GMC defense cheer. Here we go.
Lambert in the backfield. Smith stopped at the 1.
Upended just as he approached the line of scrimmage.
Might have lost a half yard.
Once again today, name you've heard often, Travion Barnes.
And it will bring up a 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal to go. Ball still on the 2-yard line. Intense competition back and forth all day today.
You wouldn't think this close to the end zone a pass play is in your future. But there again, it might be. Out of the backside of the end zone.
That pass is incomplete.
Badgers trying the element of surprise.
Defense on that play, Ja'Cory Walker. That leads us to 3rd and 2.
3rd and goal
the 2-yard line.
for the 1.5.
All right, if you're a Bulldog fan and you are here today, we need you on your feet for this big moment.
Timeout on the field.
2. Looks like we got ourselves a timeout.
Snow
College.
asking for time to talk. Bulldogs trying to hold on 3rd and goal in overtime.
On the final episode of the Pest Control Guys, it's the competition that could win them the biggest contract of their life for Karen Moneybags. You won't believe what happens when we let the guys inside the house. It's 3 guys up for 1 contract. Only one can say, I do accept the contract. next on the Pest Control Guys. Sponsored by Bughouse Pest Control. Protect your house with Bughouse.
In overtime, 3rd down and goal.
All right, Bulldog fans, back on your feet. Here we
Bulldogs
are.
needing another stop.
3rd and 2. Goal to go from the 2-yard line. Let's
Lambert
go to
beside
Pitts.
Smith. And he's into the end zone for 6. Snow wins in overtime. And this
And
ball
looks like
game is
Snow
over.
was successful and made it in for the touchdown. That'll put your final score at Snow College.
And Snow College
33,
improves to
GMC
4-1 on the season.
Hard-fought game by both teams.
Bulldogs will
Top 15
fall to
matchup,
3
certainly
and
proud of
3.
the effort that all of our guys put in.
What a ball game between these two. But it is Snow that comes away victorious on this Saturday from Davenport. Taking a look at scoring in the first, 8:14 to play. Lambert, 4-yard touchdown run for Snow. And jump out in front, 7-zip, 13:29 to play in the first half. Wilson, a 23-yard touchdown pass from Smith, kick good, and Badgers led it by 14. They went up by 17 at the 10:28 mark in the second when Kessler hit a 42-yard field goal. But the Bulldogs, a couple of touchdowns in the second, a 23-yard Traquan Jones reception from Chip Cooper. Kick followed, 17-7. A minute 32 to play in the half. Cooper on a 59-yard run, and the kick good. 17-14 at the half. Nobody scored in the third and the fourth. 14:46 to play. 46-yard Kessler field goal, 2014 Badgers. They score again on a Lambert 45-yard touchdown run. Lead at 27-14, but Bulldogs come back. Get a couple of touchdowns, tie it up at 27. Could not get the extra point kick to make it a 28-27 advantage. Williams injured on the play. It goes to OT. Maddox, a 28-yard field goal for the Bulldogs. Lambert, a 2-yard touchdown run for Snow, and that is how this one will end. A big thanks to all the folks that make our coverage possible. On Saturdays, Borden Perlman, of course, the folks at Bughouse. Couldn't do it without Coca-Cola. Enos Legal, making it possible. Black folks like the camp too. Ortho of Georgia. And obviously, if there were no Georgia Military College, there would be no GMC football. Thanks to the campus. In overtime, it is a win for the Badgers as they will knock off the Bulldogs 33-30. See you next week in South Carolina. Tomorrow, and actually for the remainder of today, you want to catch some baseball showcase series stuff going on in Bay Minette, Alabama. Jason Thompson on the call today. I'll be there tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. For Georgia Military and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.